Hello everyone, welcome to ALR Silver. We are here tonight at Mexico then. Of course, it's the highest track in terms of altitude, that's it, in terms of altitude on the Formula 1 calendar. And of course, it is, and we are in the location of Mexico City, Mexico then, for the Mexican Grand Prix, believe it or not then. Round 20 as well then, so we've got 3 more rounds to go. That is about, I think there's about 78 points still on the board there. That needs to be acquired by one of these 20 racing drivers here over the next 3 weeks or so. I can't believe that season number 2 is actually coming to an end for Silver, and I can't believe that season number 4 overall in ALR is coming to an end. Incredible stuff, isn't it? Gosh, when I first started this, I didn't have a beard. Well, I'm still doing this now. I still don't have a beard. Then, so that's definitely one wish that is not going to come true by the sounds of it, which is such a shame. Now, we're doing Movember, and I got to say, it is the most appalling attempt ever. I can't even see it. I think that the only time I can ever see it is by probably going, make sure that the light is turned up. And even then, it looks like I've just had some Watsits or something. Anyway, enough about that and my appalling attempt to grow facial hair. Let's get on with the track layout, shall we? Because that record is set by Valtteri Bottas back in 2018. I think I hear you all asking, what about Silver's that record then? And it is actually set by Glock then in qualifying at Q3 last season of a 1:14.417 then. Serious Mushroom's got the race lap record at the moment of a 16.789 there for Serious Mushroom. Good stuff indeed there. Of course, he has really elevated himself from last season to this season, and he is one of the most improved drivers in my humble opinion as well. Of course, that could be it's going to be a key factor over the next couple of days or so. With of course, there will be some awards that is going to be popping up in the Discord as well. So keep an eye out for drivers and of course fans as well. As it'd be interesting to hear your opinions on most improved driver and all that kind of jazz over the course of the season as well. 17 turns around this circuit. Then of course the circuit returned back to the Formula 1 calendar back in 2015 then, and I think it was a great addition back on the Formula 1 calendar, in my opinion, because I got to say the stadium sector is absolutely fantastic. It's the best, podium, isn't it? Apart from Monza, but then again, I'll chop and change my mind because I go from Monza back to Mexico, and it kind of is like vice versa, really. But there you go, then, as it just shows that how much I changed my mind in the world of Formula 1 and all that kind of stuff, and I just chop and change my mind all the time. All right, let's take a look at the drivers and the constructors, shall we? Germa is in the championship, but it's a slender margin at the moment. It's 12 points separates him and Dan Murphy as well. Murphy's been a bit of a has been in every single car almost this season, hasn't he? But he's back in the Red Bull. They're flying the flag for the Red Bull team, and we can have 2 Red Bull drivers winning silver in 2 seasons, 2 simultaneous seasons. Good stuff indeed then. But of course, Gertman has had a bit of issues in the last 3 races, hasn't he? Can he get himself back on the horse there and stretch his lead in the championship? Potato then is now a race winner, but unfortunately for Potato, he is no longer able to win the driver standings, and he is unfortunately 8 points shy of where he needed to be. No, he isn't, not yet, but he will be if he doesn't get under the 52 mark tonight. Then Serious Mushroom in 4th position. We all spoke about him earlier on. Then he is 83 points away from the German as well. But of course, the battle for promotion is still on at the moment. Then it is New Potato that is in the box seats along with German, who German has got that officially locked in now, hasn't he? Wilson in 5th position with V Todd in 6th as well. Great stuff from V Todd. Liam, yeah, brilliant stuff for Liam. Yeah, he's in 7th position. Then with Troy 8th position, he's got in front of Exile in 9th, and Baz is in 10th position. Gamer is not here tonight. He has moved up. He's moved up a couple positions. He's moved up to 13th position actually. So Gamer, since returned to a full-time seat in silver, has been really good actually for the Ferrari team. Lovely stuff indeed. In the relegation zone is Brandon YBR and Frisky Biscuit, and they're already pouring out of the circuit as well. And the constructors then, Haas are very close then to winning the constructors here tonight. AlphaTauri have got to score, hang on a minute, let me get my quick math in there, 18 points at the very least to keep themselves in contention as well. But with the New Potato they're getting his first win, then they might be able to elevate themselves back out, and Gordon's retired from the session then. And then after that, though, it's really incredible, isn't it? So AlphaTauri are 12 points in front of Mercedes. Mercedes are 6 points in front of Racing Point. Racing Point are 8 points in front of Ferrari. It is amazing there. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. And that is going to go right down to the wire as well. And the constructors said, albeit it may not sound the most important thing in the world, it's really important to me. And I think that, so I'm going to get very excited about that. No one else probably will, but, well, there you go, really. Alfa Romeo, 95 points away from Ferrari. Their Italian colleagues. And then we've got Renault, who are 35 points away from Alfa Romeo as well, so it's all still up in the air then. Red Bull then now in 8th position, in both their drivers, Gordo and Dan Murphy, been really good over the past few races or so, and that's why they've racked up a lot of points, haven't they? Now in 8th position. Williams are in 9th position with McLaren in 10th position on 100 and on 54 points then. Both of those two teams are as well. I think it's battle not to finish at the bottom of the table, I think, for those two drivers, for those two teams, unfortunately then. And now then we're into qualifying as well then. I am now going to look finish looking down and now look up, and who do I see? It is Red Bull in the Mercedes as well then. We've got a couple of bronze drivers back once again trying to apply their trade on Monday night as well, and Red Bull are coming through the stadium as well then. And Gordo said hello Gordo. We've also got Reaper saying hi. We've got Bulky Volcano, hello. Liam saying evening Sean, hello Liam there. Road Ghost, don't worry, I grew a beard for both of us. Brilliant stuff indeed there. I gotta say, I'll be very jealous of you, Ghost then, so I'd like to see that magnificent beard of yours indeed. I would show you mine, but it's non-existent. We have also got Gordo saying that guy Gordo is a great driver then. We've also got a serious question also saying evening all as well. Gordo unfortunately is not in this qualifying session at the moment then. We've got Serious Mushroom, even though we've also got Equals, Good Luck Mushroom, and Silver as well. So Rempo has done a 28.2 in the first intermediate split time in the Mercedes as well then. And of course Mercedes also needs some points as well, because Mercedes are in that ding-dong of a battle for the for second position in the construction as well. Rempo's got a new helmet tonight. Oh, I love that helmet. Actually, that's a beautiful helmet, isn't it? I got a bit of white and a bit of aqua blue, or is it Oceana blue, isn't it? I gotta say, but whatever it is, it's absolutely splendid stuff. But Rempo, that's not splendid. Unfortunately, she has invalidated her time then. So we're going to keep an eye on what Kart would do. I gotta say, I was very impressed with Kart last night. Of course, he driven in gold last night. I think he did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, he had technical gremlins that sidelined him from the race. I think his controller or something like that had a bit of gremlins there, which is such a shame now for Kart Boy, because I think he did a great job for the Haas team. And let's see what he do tonight then. So he's the first man to first driver, I should say, to put a time in so far on the board. What about the second Mercedes of Troy? He is second fast run. Good performance from Troy last time out. I think he got on the podium, didn't he? Woods in third position as well. Look how close these times are. 3/10 of a second separates the top three at the moment then, as a blast past through as well. We've got a Ferrari in the background of Bulky just starting his lap as well. What about Baz then? And Baz coming through the final turn, and Baz goes at full fast mode, and so times and still 4/10 of a second. Silver been very close, haven't they, to the back of everyone? Well, they've been so very close, haven't they? Indeed, brilliant stuff indeed. And as they come out then, and now we got V-Top there going fast, as they're both racing points are first and second at the moment. And in the early stages, very early stages here in Mexico as well. Of course, Formula 1 2020. Unfortunately, it's not going to be racing in Mexico this season, isn't it? So hopefully, I'll be back next season as well. And of course, one of the biggest travesties in Formula 1 at the moment is the fact that they ain't going to have a Mexican driver on the grid, are they? Of course, Sergio Perez there is Liam. Yeah, goes fast as well. Liam has been on the pole position there once so far this season. Can he get a second one here tonight? Yeah, one of the biggest travesties actually is Perez not getting a race at the moment, is it? Which I'm absolutely stunned by, to be honest. There, of course, we were stunned that Nico Hulkenberg didn't get on the grid last season, did we? And now it's the same for Perez as well, unfortunately, isn't it? And I think Perez is on such a strong season. And I think that he's fourth at the moment now, and he's only a couple of points shy from his all-time points record, isn't he? As far as I can remember. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I am, but. Even so, I think the Perez not being on the grid next season is absolutely a travesty, isn't it? And it just shows, really, as a tour of my roster going a bit wide, it just shows there's not enough seats in Formula 1, is there, to be honest? Only 20 seats in Formula 1, and some of them are paid drivers, isn't there? But maybe Mazepan there, maybe, of course, is potentially going to be in the Haas seat for next season. It's Toro Rosso there getting a bit squirrely. He probably might deserve a seat in Formula 1 there. Well, he may deserve a seat, he may not, but there you go then. But I think he does have talent, doesn't he, Mazepin? So, but yeah, when you see the likes of Callum Ilott and Sergio Perez unfortunately not be able to drive next season, I think it's a travesty really, because Callum Ilott has done really good in Formula 2 this season. and also Sonoda as well. I really like Sonoda. He's amazing. I think he's an amazing driver, isn't he? He's been a bit unlucky lately, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Sonoda, and hopefully he can do the business if he gets that AlphaTauri seat for next season as well. Anyway, enough about that for now. Then just leaning forward. Then we've got Dwight saying, looking forward to this race. It's gonna be good, isn't it? We got Gordo saying had campfire as is that stew? Or stew and pita bread for dinner. Just there was class then. Oh, yeah, it was stew then. You can see that my knowledge of food in the world, believe it or not, a man who's a bit hefty around the waistline, you would think I know a lot about the old food culture, but the only thing I know is I love a bit of ham and cheese. That's kind of my simple recipe, as well as Mike there taking liberties there with that bollard there. I think that bollard must have been a bit rude to Mike on the track walk earlier on today, because he is he really aimed for that, didn't he? As he comes into the pits now, and he's driving the Williams here tonight. Mike is usually driving the other famous British team, and that is the McLaren team in bronze, but tonight he is in the Williams race as well, as he is cruising down the pits then. 11 cars set time so far. Bulky Volcano then, as of course it's great to see him back on circuit as well. Bulky is, and so I think that of course the more he drives in the ALR, I think he's going to get quicker and quicker as well. And I really enjoy watching drivers and quite green to the Grand Prix picture. Remember Ayrton when he first started? Of course, he only scored 1 point last season. This season he's been a completely different driver. Remember Nunda as well. Nunda is absolutely formidable in the 2020 cars. I absolutely love to see drivers there really climbing up the field there. A really good stuff indeed there. Of course, we do have the old guard there in the silver there. Of course, the likes of German, who was brilliant in bronze last season. New Potato was fantastic in bronze last season, of course, being the first ever bronze world champion. Well, this season's only got 1 win to his name thus far, hasn't he? So now got Bulky there, who's going for another lap as well. We're going to keep an eye on what Rembo's doing, who is just starting her lap as well. But we're just watching German there, clumping over the curbs at the moment. But he's gone wide, German Hansen. So he's on a bit of a difficult spell, isn't he? But I've got to say, when German's out in front, he is absolutely electric, isn't he? And I think that he had a bit of bad run of form earlier on the season, and unfortunately that form has come back at the worst time for German. Can he set that record straight then as well? And Goro saying if Fittipaldi does well, he would get the Haas seat then. And to be honest, I'm not sure if the Mazepin and Schumacher deal is done, really, isn't it? Of course, that's Mick Schumacher. I do feel quite old, to be honest, but I do get quite excited seeing familiar names back on the Formula 1 grid. I got really excited to see Kevin Magnussen's name on the grid, and I got very excited to see Verstappen back on Verstappen's name back on the grid as well. So it makes me feel really old, to be honest, but I do enjoy seeing those classic names just appearing up once in a while as well. Just watching Gunnar, then of course he's a classic name, isn't he? He keeps appearing here, there, and everywhere, doesn't he? The Irishman. Just what on board with him now as he comes through the stadium section. He's driving the Alfa Romeo here tonight, and I think that Gunnar, I'm going to have to check this stat then, but I'm sure that Gunnar has been in near enough every single car on the ALR grid, hasn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed there for Gunnar. He goes 11th fast at the moment now, as he's just in front of Bulky at the moment now. Potato then is in the middle part of the course as well. He is one of 5-6 drivers on set time so far. Those are Potato, Rembo, German, Ghost Recon, and Michael on set time so far in this session then. And of course, Fittipaldi will be driving in the Haas team, of course, replacing Grosjean, which is no surprise. But I think it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Grosjean is, of course, been posting videos, hasn't he, and doing tweets as well. Good stuff indeed as Potato goes fast there, almost 7/10 seconds in front of Potato there. Goodness me, that's throwing the gauntlet down, isn't it? German there going fast as well. Goodness gracious me, those two in a league of their own at the moment. Wow, impressive stuff, man. Baz going 7th fast at the moment, incredible stuff indeed then. So German and Patel then getting their act together about halfway through qualifying 1, and goodness gracious me, that is absolutely impressive stuff indeed then. Yeah, of course, Grosjean there not be racing in Sakir Grand Prix, of course, is almost like an oval circle, isn't it, really, next week. And of course, because of that, because of Bahrain, I think starts at 5:10 British time, ALR will be delayed by half an hour, so it'll be at 7 o'clock next Sunday to accommodate for the race itself. The race, I think, is probably going to be about a minute laps, isn't it? So it's not going to be the longest race in the world, is it? So Mike goes over the line as well and goes 9th fastest at the moment as well. Tom Moroso just about 10th down then. What about Ghost then, as he is just coming down the back straight as well. So yeah, so and that is what is occurring next week then for ALR then. So it'll be gold, which will be at 7 UK time then next week. So we're not going at 6:30, we're going at 7 o'clock next week. So goodness me, I gotta say, I gotta wait an extra hour, extra half an hour to get before we get our engines revving. Of course, Renault, we thought won the constructors last night. My mask was off, albeit I do blame Mr. Elite, to be honest, for getting a penalty, because I was almost there, but unfortunately Mr. Elite and Murphy swapped positions because of that. The Renault didn't get the constructors title, so they are about 1 point away, as we're just watching the silver Renault now. Of course, well, it's yellow, I can see that, but it's of course in the silver category. Yeah, Renault just needs 1 point now to claim the Constructors' Championship, and hopefully they can do it next week in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Or maybe you're not a Renault fan, and maybe you're a Red Bull fan and hoping for some kind of miracle, or perhaps everything like that. But I've got to say, if both Renaults don't score, and if Red Bull get 1-2s and Renault don't score, then I think that'll be a miracle in and of itself, wouldn't it? Ghost Recon just flying underneath me now. He's got 9 fastest. He's in front of his teammate Woods at the moment. Torma also out on circuit as well. Rembo then hasn't set time just yet. We've got both Red Bulls out already then, and Rembo then is also looking at extinction as well at the moment. Goodness gracious me then. Serious Russian saying it's hard to get a clean lap around here, and of course last night I think that there was only a few drivers that didn't get actually did get penalties. Of course, one of them was the new crowned world champion. That's Emerson there, who's the gold season 4 world champion, isn't he? And of course he's been runner-up twice, and he's finally got it, hasn't he? He's finally won the big one. Good deep there for Emerson, and of course I think it was absolutely buzzing and really cracked out a WKD. Just watching Rembo coming through turn 17 as well, and she goes into 4 fastest. Goodness me, that's a great time for Rembo, isn't it? And when she gets it together now, that's a really good time indeed for Rembo. In front of Cart, and of course I've got a Cart who did a really good job in gold. Oh goodness me there, and oh gosh, there's a Rembo there giving Serious Mushroom some cause for concern there. I wonder if that's a bit of vengeance there on Rembo's behalf after Serious Mushroom has always given Rembo a bit of a curse, hasn't he, in the when he's watching the bronze streams there. Yeah, just going back to the Grosjean thing, and of course it's great to see him in KO. It's absolutely miracle. It's absolutely miraculous, isn't it? Well, miraculous that he got out of that car there. Absolutely scary scenes indeed there. So it's great to see Roman Grosjean all right. And then also, he may not be the fan favourite in Formula 1, is it? But it's great. But I think Formula 1 is such a unique sport, isn't it? Where all the fans there really come together, don't they? When a driver is really really like either at their lowest point or having a horrific experience like Roman Grosjean did on Sunday. Then, so I think that's a unique fan base. It's one of the unique fan bases of Formula 1, isn't it? And I think that's what we love about Formula 1. I think as well as even the drivers are concerned about their colleagues as well, because it's a unique sport, isn't it? Where you do risk your life there. I know that Formula 1 is a lot safer now, isn't it? And the Halo as well, which was crucial in saving Roman Grosjean's life. I was one driver that was really one driver. If only I was a driver. I was one fan who was was really against the Halo then, but it has proved its worth so much, hasn't it? Over the couple of years there, the 3 years it's been on the F1 cards, it's absolutely proved its worth in the weight of gold, hasn't it? And of course, that is what helped I think it's the main reason why Grosjean is still with the stadium, which is absolutely brilliant, isn't it? So yeah, I think there's no debate now. I think that the debate went away after the Belgian Grand Prix for me, though, because I think that Charles Leclerc and Fernando Alonso went over the back of Charles Leclerc, didn't he? And I think I think the way that he hit the Halo, it was quite lucky, wasn't it, for Charles Leclerc? He might have been seriously injured in that instant there for Charles Leclerc. So yeah, I think that was kind of the day where it really showed what it can truly do there. Now I think it's the same from Belgium, because that wheel there, that errant wheel from Giovinazzi there, came off his car at the Belgian Grand Prix, and George Russell was just an innocent bystander, wasn't he? And that wheel come across there and hit his Williams there, and I think that the Halo might have done a good job there as well. But yep, I think it's proved that the Halo is absolutely critical now on Formula 1 cars, and I think there's no argument for anyone now that the Halo should be on the car, shouldn't it? Right, as we're just on board with Boki at the moment now. I'd say he is he's improving his time quite impressively in the Ferrari. He's just behind Gunnar at the moment. So at the moment we have got Gunnar and Boki, who are just qualifying as it stands at the moment, and they are along with the two Red Bulls, that is Gordo and Murphy as well. And so what can Gunnar do? Bulky though is still on the soft tires. He's done 8 laps on these tires now, goodness gracious me then. And I think that Volcano is, well, goodness me, I think he's doing a race run, isn't he? Volcano is out just trying to see what these tyres can do then in a race trim as well, and I think he's really looking at that. I think that might be a bit of pickup actually on that on those soft tyres, and that's not graining. And so Bulky there just getting off the racing line slightly then. Gunnar out on circuit as well. Then we've got Toro Moroso down in 15th position there. I gotta say, this man's very curious, isn't he? Because he has shown in the past that he's got amazing speed, but he's only scored. Hang on a minute, I've leaned forward. I feel I need to go to Specsavers, don't know. I might have to make my spreadsheet bigger. He's only scored twice this season. He of course got a podium, didn't he, in the Bahrain Grand Prix, and then he scored at Vietnam. And then after that, he has not scored since, has he, Toro Moroso, hasn't he? And he has the pace, hasn't he? It's such a shame now for Toro Moroso. It just seems to come into an awful lot of bother during the race. And of course, sometimes you could just have a run of bad luck, can't you? And so I think that Toro Moroso might be on that at the moment now, but hopefully he can get himself some good luck then towards the end of the season. How McLaren now in that fight with the Williams team on there, so just taking a look who is in the Williams tonight now. We've only got one Williams driver in tonight, and that is Mike, isn't it? So Mike is flying the flag for the Williams team, sending the McLaren now, so that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Maybe of course it doesn't really matter to Mike, does it, where the Williams finishes and the McLaren finishes this season for, so he's just a reserve driver. But of course he will be concerned that tomorrow night for bronze, when bronze is in action, isn't it? And we'll also be talking about bronze and potentially the state of play there. There's only one championship left in bronze then, isn't it? And that is the Drivers' Championship. The Constructors was clinched by Williams last time out there with a brilliant performance from Nunda and Velocity. They have been absolutely magnificent in bronze. They really have indeed, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But Velocity there is very close there to win the Drivers' Championship as well. He is very close, isn't he? And I think he needs around 6 points or something like that. Do not quote me because I've got the standing in front of me as a Gunnar there who's got to say, it looks like he's trying to turn that car with the rear wheels there, which is not ideal, is it? It comes out of the stadium section now, out of turn 17, and Gunnar doesn't improve his time by 2 thousandths of a second. He lost a lot of time in that stadium sector as well because the car was just not going in the right direction that he wants to go. And Ayrton is improved, but he's in the pit set. Woods is just coming out the third DRS zone as well into the stadium sector then as he's coming into it as well then. Brandon has said, evening Sean. Hello Brandon. We've also got Sarah's message saying thanks to Excel as well. He's just seen his message there. And we've also got Mike saying, I still care. I represent Williams as if I represent McLaren and Golden. So that is really good stuff indeed there from Mike. I know a lot of other reserve drivers would probably not be too concerned about that. So yeah, Mike is flying the flag for Williams tonight, isn't he? And of course, so he will be against the McLaren team of Toro Moroso and Baz as well. So then it's going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match here tonight, isn't it? Goodness gracious me then. But let's see what Mike could do then. As we're just watching Gouda, who's just come back into the pit as well. So Bulky done 10 lap run on those soft tires, and so of course that is not Bulky's quickest performance out there, is it? So he was definitely looking at race runs in that qualifying session rather than out and out speed then. So keep an eye on Bulky because he might be a quiet underdog for the Ferrari later on in the session as well then. So as you can see then there, top of the stands moment then. So once again it's the championship leader German tonight, who is leading from a Potato who's second, and Potato there might be out of the championship at the end of this one. Of course I did mention earlier on the Potato was already out, but that is me just really appalling at my mass. Out of qualifying now, we've got both Red Bulls out there down in 8th in the Constructors at the moment, but I think they're in no man's land really, Red Bull at the moment, but they could sneak up and get past the 7th in the Constructors, which is currently Renault at the moment. Well, I said they're in no man's land, they're only 4 points behind Renault. Goodness me, I'm talking absolute boulder dash, ain't I? We got Bulky in 17th, but he's on a race run on that, so do not look into that time too much. And we got Gunnar in 16th position as well, who really was struggling. It looks like he was trying to drive a shopping trolley around the stadium sector as well. Then German saying I got a qualifying ban. Turn 1 is going to be fun. Then remember last night Granty launched it into turn 1, didn't he? And of course he took the lead earlier on in the Mexican Grand Prix. It was kind of all or nothing for Granty, wasn't it? As for the first time in almost 2 seasons, we haven't got Granty, who is representing ALR Gold as the world champion. And of course he was absolutely dominant on 2019, but 2020 it has definitely been Emerson's year, hasn't it? And of course Emerson Ayrton is now the new gold champion as well. And a lot of the gifts that have been, not the gifts, I'm in a gift mood, aren't I? I'm a gift that keeps on giving. No, of course, there's been a lot of lovely images as well. Of course, Ayrton is absolutely great with the old paintbrush, isn't he? Doing a really good job as well. And of course, a lot of the graphics the ALR does is actually Ayrton is behind it as well. So really good 17 there for Ayrton. He is definitely, he's like who's a famous painter? Hang on, I've really put myself into a corner now, and I can't remember the guy's name off Heart Attack, but he might be one of them. No, I think Ayrton is definitely a. I'm really struggling here. Who's a famous potato? Who's a famous famous? I was going to say famous potato there because I was watching the new potato. I don't know. Michelangelo, is that a famous painter? I know he's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, but I'm sure he's also a painter as well. So yeah, Ayrton is also a Michelangelo. He's he's ALR's very own Michelangelo. Good stuff indeed. Then Bulky Volcano then has just lagged out, so he needs to get back in before the start of before the start of the race. Then of course, if he does that, he is done and dusted there. That is one of the rules of ALR then, because we seem to have a lot of issues on the grid where people join and leave, don't they? But he's back in there as Serious Mushroom there has come to the rescue. Good stuff indeed there from Serious Mushroom. Build the curbs as well. Mike there coming through the final turn as well. We're on board with Mike out of the Nigel Mansell turn or Paratada, depending on your era. Don't have I've got to say, but I would love to see the Paratada back then. Of course, the Paratada used to be a banked right-hander there to finish off the lap, wasn't it? It was a mighty old turn, wasn't it? And one of my all-time favourite memories of Formula 1 was actually when Nigel Mansell went on the outside of Gerhard Berger, I think, in 1989 when he was driving for the Ferrari, wasn't he? That was an absolutely magnificent manoeuvre there from Nigel Mansell. Mansell is known for his for a lot of his manoeuvres, isn't he? Goodness me, he was never shy, was he, of having a good old move or two, isn't he? Of course, he was also famous for that incredible move down in Stowe back in 1987 as well against Nelson Piquet. Unfortunately, Mansell had a horrific crash, didn't he, in the Japanese Grand Prix in 1987 there, which really thwarted his championship chances there. Mansell's had a lot of near misses, hasn't he? One of the unluckiest drivers of Formula 1, because in 86 as well, of course, he was leading in Adelaide, and his tyre exploded. Of course, that's a famous scene as well, and that allowed Alan Prost there to take his second drivers' championship as well in the McLaren, wasn't it? Oh gosh, there, of course, 1980s, there's so many good memories as well as there. Good gosh, there. As Bulky saying he now has to wait there, but don't worry about that, Bulky. Hopefully you enjoy the coverage as well. Mike has gone fast at the moment, and I think that you can enjoy the coverage of some of these fine racing drives as well. Half a second down is Ghost at the moment. He has gone into second fast as well. Potato on the soft tire, then is Potato, then I think it's just doing a bit of sandbagging there, isn't he? Cart isn't. He's right into the 15 straight away, then underlining his pace in that Alfa Romeo there. He is second fast at the moment. Toro Rosso has gone third fast at the moment, and he is 2/10 of a second away from Mike at the moment. And we have got the second Renault of Woods there, who of course I think last time he was in Woods he was really on it, wasn't he? He is fourth fast at the moment there in the Renault. I think he was actually I think he had problems there in the last race, didn't he? Which was Japan. I think it was Japan, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Japan there where he had issues, wasn't it? It was on board with Rembo. Rembo's invalidated her time now, so she's going to have to go around again then. So we're on board with Rembo's teammate, and that is Troy at the moment then. As we've got Dwight saying, who's a famous potato? Well, I only know one famous potato, and that is a nude potato in 6th position. That is the only potato. And actually, I do know Mr. Potato Head, of course, from the Toy Story, which I'm a big fan of Toy Story. I watched the fourth one, actually. Watched the fourth one quite a while ago now, and that's probably my second favourite, which might be... I'm not sure if that, of course, is debate in the old comment section as well. Troy goes 7th fastest at the moment then. So Troy's going on there by the chariot, I foresee. Coming down the back straight then was XR on board with Rembo at the moment. Yeah, I would say that Toy Story 4 is definitely my second favourite. Of course, the original one's the best in my opinion. Then it's Toy Story 4. Probably Toy Story 2 and then Toy Story 3. I gotta say that the Spanish Buzz Lightyear is absolutely mint. I love that. I think that was probably my favourite part of Toy Story 3 then. So yeah, can't really beat it out. Spanish Buzz Lightyear, can you? Rembo's invalidated again. Then she has shown that it's very difficult around this circuit, isn't it? To get a good time in, isn't it? Because you just invalidate, don't you? Here, there, and everywhere. Just like the United States Grand Prix over a week ago, then it was about keeping it clean and tidy, and you definitely got to do that on these laps, don't you? As just going into the stadium section as well. Folk in saying, always enjoy your commentary. You are a goat then. I think the only goat I am is a mountain goat, to be honest, and but a very round mountain goat then. And even if I do get up on the mountain, I'll be down quite quickly as well, because I'll probably roll back down. Baz coming out of the final quarter as well. We've got Liam then, who potentially, as look this at, is his teammate there right in the firing line, going into turn 12, for goodness me. But of course, I wonder if that might be, I think it wouldn't have got a cheeky slipstream now, because I think German was going a bit too slow there, wasn't it? But Liam there coming out of turn at 16 and at 17 as well. Then let's see what he could do then as he flies out of the final turn then, and Liam goes fast as there on the soft tire as well. Goodness me, 1.2 seconds in front of Carr. Wow, and that's thrown the gauntlet down. As Baz there is just on the second part. No, he's on the final part of the lap now. So 3 TRS zones right here. So we've got to say we're a bit spoiled for choice, haven't we? Lovely stuff indeed then. Ghost saying no grips on the medium tires there. Bulky is saying GOAT, the greatest of all time there. I wish I could say that, but I think the greatest of all time definitely goes to Murray Walker, and I would say Martin Brundle is a very close second as well. Those two are absolutely magnificent commentators. Really enjoyed. I think that's really what got me into Formula One, really fully focused on it. I think that hearing Murray Walker and Martin Brundle was absolutely amazing stuff, wasn't it? Murray Walker with his excitement, and Martin Brundle with the amount of knowledge he's got, absolutely phenomenal, isn't he? Really good somebody then. So yeah, both those two are absolutely magnificent. We're on board with German at the moment. We have also got V Todd, who's just starting this lap as well. So German there keeping on the championship leader in silver today. Of course, that run of wins for Haas, I don't think it's going to be. I think they had 8 Grand Prix wins, didn't they? Because I'm sure that Leon corrected me in the stream last time out. But yes, I think that the Haas team, that 8 wins in a row was absolutely magnificent. I don't think that's going to be broken for a very long time in silver, and maybe even gold as well. And German goes second fast there, just on the lines that the Haas team are super, aren't they? They're brilliant, and they're very good. But Cyrus Russian there really decides to pull a anchor on my boat, doesn't he? He is now in second position there. He has split the 2 Haas cars. He is on the soft tire though, isn't he? I think V Todd has just come around the turn as well, and he is third fast then. And both those 2 drivers have been brilliant this season, haven't they? Both the Racing Pool drivers, and they are now second and third at the moment on the soft tires as well. And that is quite critical, because of course if you get into qualifying 3, you must start on the tires that you set your fastest time on if you qualify in the top 10. We're just on board with Potato then. He's a 3800 a second up in the first intermediate split time. There's only really one braking point in the first sector, isn't it? Well, it is quite a big braking point, isn't it? Goodness me, that and going down into turn 1 there, you've got to jam on the brakes quite a bit. So definitely described as a heavy braking point, isn't it? Just on board with Potato as well. Going through the S as well. Look at this, and a bit of left, right there. I gotta say, you need a car very compliant around those turns there. I get very nervous around there, because not only are you going to get, not only that you might get your lap invalidated, but also you might be off in quite a big way as well. Some drive, I think it was Nightwing that went off quite heavily last night, and I think Nightwing also had some technical gremlins as well on his controller. So we had a couple of drivers that had issues last night. Potato comes out the final turn, and look at how he hugged the inside line coming out of the Nigel Mansell turn. He is currently third fast as well, and I've got to say I'm looking forward to this. Look at those top 5 there, absolutely good, aren't they? They're more than good, they are great. Here comes Rembo as well, and Rembo, I would also say, is a very great driver as well. I think we haven't seen the best of Rembo, have we? I think the Dutch Grand Prix, and look at that back end there, trying to step out at the moment for Rembo. Rembo there probably could have and should have had a podium at least this season. Goodness me, those rears, I'm not happy at all. I think it's what Rogue Ghost was saying there. It's very those medium tires are getting not very happy at all then, no grip at all then, and just watching Woods come out on track as well. And I've got to say, it's only Woods, we only got 3 cars out there. It's Woods and New Potato, and I think there's another driver out there as well. Yeah, it's also McLaren there emerging out of the pits, and it's Toro Moroso in 10th position, I should say, as well. The 5 cars that are currently out of qualifying at the moment then, as Sirius Mushroom said he wanted to go, he meant to go into mediums, darn it. So Sirius Mushroom there on the soft tires, but at least you're through anyway. So maybe track position might be king around here. We do not know that. Well, actually, we do know really. because there's 3 DRS zones around here, isn't there? But soft tires at the beginning of the race last night was absolutely amazing, weren't they? Really good stuff indeed. Really, and of course in the United States Grand Prix as well. And going into turn 1, I've got to say it's the longest run, isn't it? Or the second longest run going into the first breaking point as well. Look at that then, his Woods there. It's brutal, isn't it? Because really he didn't gain any advantage there at all, did he? Really, he just went over the curb there. But Woods there just going slightly wide there. And that was track extension there. But that was on his outlet. We're on board with Woods then in the Renault. And here's another driver that I think that probably needs a bit of good luck there, because I'm sure it's a Japanese Grand Prix. Was it the Japanese Grand Prix? It was one Grand Prix where he was absolutely just turned up and was absolutely amazing. I think it was the Singapore Grand Prix actually, wasn't it? Where Woods there was really at the top end of the timesheets as well. And unfortunately, I think it rained in the race there. The same with Camera Racer in Bronzer. I think those 2 drivers there would have that was their race to really shine, wasn't it? And unfortunately, the rain just came and just didn't help them out, did they? I think that was the case anyway. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened to Woods actually, but I know it rained in the bronze race anyway. Just on board then with Woods as he's now coming through the S's as well. Then I got everything done. I don't know because I can't remember. And that was only a couple of rounds ago as well. Goodness gracious me there. Woods and DRS and right on the money then. He is coming out of the final DRS then, going very wide then, and going into the stadium sector as well. And here he is. And look at those lockups as well. I do enjoy the. I got to say I love a lot tonight, don't I? Good gosh, there. I got to say it's. Wow, yeah. I think I've been listening to too much Backstreet Boys as we come out of the final turn. Then Woods goes into 12th fast. At the moment, it's a 10th per second improvement, or a 10th and a half. He's done 3 laps on those medium tyres, so they are not going to be pristine, are they? Rempo's about to start a lap as well. And where is Tormo Rosso? He's invalidated. He flies underneath me as well. Going into the stadium sector then. What about the Williams? It is Mike. He is a 10th and a half up in the second sector as well. You see going through there then. I gotta say, I do clench every time they drivers go for the S's. I love it. It's amazing, isn't it? I'm so glad that I've got those drivers and those S's there, because you're going to go for the big way, isn't it? And I thought it's absolutely amazing how they just keep their throttle, keep their toe pinned to the floor, isn't it? It's amazing. It really is indeed there. As we come around this as well. And let's see what Mike can do then. Mike goes third fast then, and really on the soft tyres, but right in there as well. He's in there like swimwear at the moment. Good stuff indeed there from Mike. We got a Ferrari of Exile. I think it's just crossed the line. Indeed he has, and he has started his lap as well. There we got Ghost there, 10th for second out, and he's struggling on the medium tyres, isn't he? He's also invalidated his time as well. What about Rempo? This Rempo there's got 2.5 minutes there to kind of get her act together, isn't she? Coming into the stadium sector as well. Yellow flag there in that sector 1. Then Rempo is doing a much better time this time, isn't she? Because she hasn't invalidated her time actually. That is very neat and tight there, crisp, isn't it? She comes out of the final turn as well and goes into 6th fast there, and I think that you can see there Rempo built up to that one quite nice indeed there. She found the track limits there and just toned it down, didn't she? Some drivers do the other way around where they just build up, but Rempo didn't. She went a bit over the limit there and then just toned it down a bit as well, which I think it's a very good idea actually. I think that Schumacher sometimes did that, didn't he? Back in the day when we had like 4 practice sessions, I think it was usually practice 4 where he was usually in the barrier, wasn't he? And so he was just trying to find the limits as well, and then he toned it down, didn't he? After practice 3, I should say, and he toned it down after practice 3, and practice 4 was where he just found the limit kind of thing. And so I think that was the case. I'm sure it was. I just remember someone saying that. It might have been James Allen, to be honest. So take that with a pinch of salt. Which is coming out of turn 16 as well. Then here comes Ghost as well. Look at that back end trying to step out. And Ghost has done 3 laps on these tyres as well. He is improved by the minute of margin there. It is less than a 10th per second there from Ghost. He is 14th fast man. Both Renaults there are on the 7th row of the grid as it stands at the moment. And we've got a AlphaTauri who is out there at the moment. And that is Ayrton at the moment. He is adjusting the wheel. And I'm just seeing whatever settings he's got on that AlphaTauri as well. And we've also got a Haas out there, and that is German out there at the moment then. Of course, German's got qualifying 3 ban then, so I'm wondering if he's going to just try and start on a soft tyre and just absolutely launch it down to turn 1 perhaps then. So just watching Tormo Rosso at the moment, and he is cruising back to the pits there, 9 seconds off the pace at the moment. I'm trying to keep an eye to see who else is on the lap at the moment. We've got Exil's 5 seconds off the pace. Baz there looks like that he is definitely pushing the envelope here at the moment. He's got a Renault in front of him at the moment. And I ain't going to help the understeer on the McLaren, is he? Because look at the back end. Well, we can't even see the dirty air, can we? On a rainy day we would then, because the dirty air basically represents the spray, doesn't it? And of course, that is, and that just shows that, I think that Renault's actually on a lap as well. It goes then, oh my, it doesn't look like it's on that. No, he gets out of the way now. And here comes Baz, and lovely shot as well. As he come into the stadium sectors, absolutely splendid stuff as the Mexican fans are waving their flags, isn't it? Of course, Knowles, who was one of those Mexican fans last season, wasn't he? He was definitely waving his flag. I think for Hamilton as well, wasn't he? Baz goes at full fastest there in the McLaren. He is through to qualifying 3. Ayrton hasn't set a time just yet. Lovely helmet from Ayrton, by the way. Absolutely splendid stuff indeed then, as he keeps the traditional blue, yellow and green colours there. And that's a great helmet, isn't it? Lovely. Out of the final turn then as well then. Let's see what Ayrton can do then on the medium tyres. Is it enough? It's not enough. He is 13th fastest then, and Ayrton's out qualifying. And he will be joined as a cart is also on a lap as well. And so is Gurman. Gurman is a 9/10 of a second up there. He flies past me the stadium sector as well. And now coming into 16-17, the Perotalda, the Nigel Mansell turn. Out of the final turn then. Let's see what he can do. Gurman goes fast as well. Good 17. What about Cardboy? Cardboy 7/10 of a second up in the second intermediate split time. He's backing off then, Cart is. So he wants to start on the medium. So then it's now Cart then just finishes ninth from that qualifying session as well then. Right then, so let's just take a look to see who's out of qualifying then. Ghost is in 15th, 14th position is Woods, Ayrton in 13th, 12th is the Ferrari of XR, and 11th position is Toro Rosso there, 10th for a second, well less than 10th for a second away from the top 10. In the top 10 we've got a lot of soft tyres. I think last night we only had 2 soft tyre runners, but tonight it's a bit more of a mixed bag, and I love it. So we've got Gurman, Liam, Mushroom, Mike and Baz all on the soft tyres, as well as Vitard and Rempo. Medium tyres for Nude Potato, for Cart and for Troy, and that is the top 10 then, and it's all separated by 1.7 seconds, but of course you got to remember that they're on different tyre compounds, aren't they? Bulky saying, I need the biggest amount. Yeah, I need the biggest amount of luck you can give me around this track. I am not a fan of Mexico anymore. Then, to be honest, I mean, I wouldn't say it's in the top 5 of the best race circuits on Formula One, is it? But I just enjoy the stadium sector. It's absolutely a unique piece of the track, isn't it? Really, I do like the configuration, the Formula One configuration, a lot more than the Formula One. Did I say Formula 1? I do like the Formula E configuration a lot more than the Formula 1, but I don't think Formula 1 will be able to do that. As of course, the speeds they'll take around the Perotalda might be a bit too high then. But nevertheless, the stadium sector is absolutely fantastic as well. Right, we're into qualifying 3 then. Gurman's got a qualifying ban then. So who's been on pole position this season then? Well, Dan has been on pole position, but he is not in qualifying 3 then. Liam has been on pole position once, and so has Potato, who's been on pole position 4 times then. So can Potato get his 5th pole position this season now? He's been great in qualifying, hasn't he? If he gets pole position tonight, he'll only be one behind Gurman, who's at 6, and Gurman has been the benchmark qualifying this season, hasn't he? With 6 pole positions to Potatoes at 4 at the moment. So Potato gets a pole position here tonight. He'll be on 5 then with 2 rounds to go then. So yeah, who's going to get the golden wheel then, isn't he, for pole position then? We'll find out. Will it be Gurman or will it be Potato? And we're on board there with Potato as well. So technically he's in the World Championship, Potato is then. And of course Potato there is just going to try and keep in it, isn't he? I was saying the situation very similar to last night with Gold there. I remember Kimi Räikkönen in 2007, then he was very much on the ropes, wasn't he? But somehow he won that title that year. Well, we know how, because Hamilton ended up in the gravel in China, didn't he? Which is probably one of the most painful images I'll ever see in my life. And of course the Brazil as well, where Hamilton just had a very unusual problem there, didn't he? And then just dropped right down the order, and because of that, then that just kind of left Ferrari to really dominate that race, didn't he? And they got 1-2, didn't they? With Massa, well, with Raikkonen and then Massa second, and Fernando Alonso was a very distant third. Ferrari was definitely on it, and was definitely on song that weekend, wasn't he? In 2000, very hot Brazilian Grand Prix as well. And then, of course, a year later, Hamilton got redemption, didn't he, with that incredible race that went on the last go on the final lap of the final race. Fantastic, wasn't it? Where we going to see it in ALR this season, I'm not too sure, with velocity and firm control in Gurman. Also, With Gurman there also got 12 point advantage so far, but he does start 10th here tonight as well. As we're just watching Potato coming down the back straight. Potato likes to go first, doesn't he? Doesn't like to hang in the pits, does he? He just likes to come out there and put rubber to the tarmac as well as he accelerates out of turn 3. And a yellow flag is fluttering around the stadium central. We've got both Mercedes in qualifying 3. Lovely stuff indeed. Both racing points as well. We do have both Haas's, but one of them will start from well, the highest they will start now is 5th. If anyone has any issues there, but at the moment I don't think that we'll see set 5 cars having issues in qualifying there, but hopefully I put the jinx on it. Boris says, and you see, look at the understeer on that car. Goodness me, I don't think you would have been too happy with the speed it took for there, but look at this as I'm leaning with him, going from left to right. Then there's a Potato going through the West as well, and now then second sector there, 55.080 then, and now into the stadium sector as well. And look at this, I love over the shoulder shot from the bronze world champion, car number 9 then, and now he's exiting out of the stadium sector as well. The final 2 turns then. Let's see what Potato can do then, sweeping out of Nigel Mansell, and he goes fast on a 14.162 there for the AlphaTauri, and good stuff indeed there from Potato. Absolutely splendid there. What about Liam Yedden? Oh, Liam's coming in the pits there, so he's had a problem on his lap then. He's abandoned it. What about Cart Boy out of the final turn? So he made his debut, didn't he? Just over a week ago, and he's into the 14.4. He's only 3 tenths of a second away at the moment then. Good stuff indeed. Rempo then, and Rempo is really had a clean lap right from the get-go here then. We're coming out of the Nigel Mansell turn as well. What about Rempo? She goes full fast at the moment then. Good stuff indeed then. Serious Motion now is just started. It was just about to start us up, so we're going to keep an eye on what Baz could do, as he is in the McLaren as well. Lovely from Baz, and Baz has been good in qualifying, hasn't he? And of course, at the early stages of the season, he was picking up points there with some really good racing, wasn't he? And also with the lack of penalties as well, which really was really catapulted him right up to the top of the stands as well. But unfortunately, as of late, Baz has been on the back foot. Can he get some more points there on the board? Then he's currently at full fast at the moment. Then Troy is about to start us up as well. And let's see who else out on circuit. And Serious Mushroom now is just exiting turn 3 then, and coming down the second long straight then on this circuit then. And look at the heat haze flowing now. Goodness me, it looks like water across the track there. It's absolutely scorching hot here in Mexico. And what do you expect for this time of year as well? Formula 1 usually is around Mexico, the Day of the Dead celebration, isn't it? It's a great festival. It really is. And I do love the festival around that time of the year in Mexico, because it's an absolutely unique atmosphere, isn't it, in Mexico? Brilliant stuff indeed there. It's just watching a Serious Mushroom now coming through the S as well there. And look at this, this is absolutely precision there. That is great stuff indeed there from Serious Mushroom there. Kept doing track limits as well. We're not like the real Formula 1 where we bend the track limit rules. We're straight with the black and white here, isn't it? Where you're either in or you're not, isn't it? It's not, of course, it's the exact same as football as well, where if the ball is out, then that's it. Of course, then with VAR and all that kind of stuff, it's not so black and white, is it? But we'll leave that for another day. Here comes Serious Mushroom coming across the line. He is full fast at the moment, and he is the second slowest car in the top 10 at the moment then. But he has got a tie on the board then, so yes, let's see how good that'll be then throughout the late stages of the race. And as now we're just watching Troy out of the final turn as well, coming out of Nigel Mansell then, and Troy goes into second fastest, and once again Troy has really shown that he has got some pace in that Mercedes there, and good stuff indeed there from Troy. And lately, I'd say lately, he's had a really good run of form now. United States got on the podium in Russia, he got 4th position as well then, so Troy is very much there finding some good run of form then in the later stages of this Formula 1 season, and here in silver. And a good stuff indeed there from Troy. Really impressive stuff. But just watching Liam there drifting to the centre part of the circuit, and before dropping down there from 8th gear, I should say. Goodness me, I'm a couple of years behind now. Of course, we've had 8 gears since the hybrid era, haven't we? Now then, there's Troy then coming now. He's still in 4th gear. That's still quite a high velocity of a speed, isn't it, for Troy? And he's coming down the back straight once again then. Set first intermediate split time. He's gone purple in the first split time now. He's done a 27. Good stuff indeed there from car 66. Brilliant stuff indeed then. As now Diashi saying, I didn't notice that Rempo was racing. Well, Rempo there is in 4th position at the moment. She's had a lot of coverage today, hasn't she, Rempo? So I think that Diashi might have been a bit distracted there. As Liam is now going through the S's. Goodness me, that back end there is very light, isn't it? I thought it was going to swap ends there. As Liam then 55.385 then going into the stadium sector as well then. As Diashi there, he did. So I think I'm wondering if the actually there must have got the distracted by something else there. But yes, Redbow doing a very good run of form. No, she's in full fastest. What about Liam now? Liam comes across the line, goes second fastest there, and is 2/10 second away from Nude Potato as it stands on there. I look forward to seeing what Liam can do in silver next season. Gosh, but he might be one to beat there, of course, with Nude Potato then, and Gurman potentially being promoted to the being promoted out of this league next season. Mike Dennon currently at the moment is just on the outlap. He's invalidated this time as well then. As it just flying down the order now, flying down to turn one, I say, is VTOL in 5th position. And then VTOL is unfortunately both the racing points are now out of the championship equation. But I think that overall this season's been brilliant. VTOL has been very much up there right from the get-go this season, hasn't he? Of course, he had a strong start in Australia, and from then on he just kept his car in the mix. Then Serious Mushroom has also been brilliant, hasn't he? I think he's only had 2. No, he's had 3 non-points finishes, but Serious Mushroom has not had a DNF at all this season in 19 starts, and that is absolutely immense there from Serious Mushroom. Hats off to him indeed then. Murphy, of course, who's also had will be his 18th start tonight. Right, he's had no DNFs either then, so good stuff indeed then. So really good stuff. The only other person that's had any DNFs then is YBR, but YBR's only started 1 race, so there you go. But yeah, good stuff indeed there from Serious Mushroom. VTOL has had 3 DNFs then, but he's been really good though, I think, this season, hasn't he? Absolutely splendid stuff from VTOL. And of course, one of my stars of the season. He comes into the pits there 3.5 minutes to go. Luckily, it's a short circuit, and not on about the film either. So VTOL will come back out on track in the not too distant future. Rembo less than a second there, up on the first intermediate split time. We're on board with the Mercedes driver now then, as we're coming through the S. This New Potato then, under the radar, goodness me, and I'm a shocker, and as a New Potato's gone faster on a 13.6, goodness me, and my word there, and he has really lowered the benchmark now, hasn't he, New Potato, goodness me. I hope someone's very flexible then, because if it was a limbo contest, then you'll be almost to the floor, and that is brilliant stuff there from New Potato, goodness me. That is a fantastic stuff, brilliant stuff. Liam saying that he had used tires in a massive moment in the Essence. That was scary then. I think we was watching that as well, Liam then. But he is currently second at the moment then. And Liam, by the sounds of it, has got something in the locker. He might need that something as well. Rembo is still 6th fastest at the moment. She's improved slightly there, but not in terms of position. She's edged closer to VTOL at the moment then. Serious Mushroom now is about a 10th for a second. I'm really enjoying this qualifying session. It's so close, isn't it? The guys are on the guys and girls are on the edge of their skill and beyond, and I'm loving it there. It is brilliant stuff. And he does Serious Mushroom's gone wide there. He's invalidated his time. It is brutal around here. It's 3/10 of a second up as well, and that is a big blow for Serious Mushroom there, because that 3/10 of a second might have elevated him to in front of his teammate as well, so that is a big blow as well, and he's taking a lot of life out of those tires. He's got 2 minutes ahead. If you can find a shortcut, I suppose, of course, I do not recommend it, obviously, because I meant to you're meant to play by the rules, of course, but of course his car's gone into full fast as well there. Good some indeed there for Cart, and up into 4th, and great stuff. Rembo is 3/10 second up on her second time run as well, and here comes Rembo currently in 6th position as well, and let's see what he can do now as well. Out of fall turn, Rembo has gone second fastest there, 3/10 of a second, 4/10 of a second up there, and she is on the front row of the grid here in Mexico. Spectacular, absolutely good stuff. The Cart is going for a quick lap as well, and he's also finding speed there. Mike has also started up as well. There's action all over the show. I'm loving it. And here comes Cart coming through the S's as well. Wow, look at the commitment there from the Alfa Romeo driver. And going a bit wide then, but still within track limits as well. Lovely stuff indeed there. Underneath me as well, Mike is Cart is at 2.5 of a second up then. And now then into the Mickey Mouse of and the stadium sector as well. Yellow flags is fluttering and down into turn 4. I think that's just a car recovering and back to the pit set. Card coming out of the final turn, and he is almost a light favorite. Now Car is in second position. Now it's got close to Potato at the moment, and as Potato's really thrown the gauntlet down. As Serious Mushroom there's a 10th for a second down the second intermediate split time, but he is carrying on then. He's carrying on. He's out of deployment, and Potato. Mushroom goes second fastest as well. here. And then now what about Troy? Troy is starting this up as well. Liam Yeh is also starting this up in 20 seconds to go in this qualification then. What about Mike then? Mike hasn't set a time just yet then. 17 seconds left, and Mike then almost hugging the Nigel Mansell turn. He is 5th fastest, Mike is in the Williams then. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Troy, as I think Redbow is just coming back into the pits now as well. And so the furthest car around is Baz, and he's 1600 a second up. Goodness me then. As I got to say, hacksawing away then. Great stuff indeed there from Baz. Really keeping it just about on the track. Amazing. And 2200 a second up in the second intermediate split time as well for Baz there. He is about 500 a second, 400 a second between himself and Serious Mushroom. And Serious Mushroom, I think, has done that. He has damaged the car out of Nigel Mansell, so that's unfortunate. What about Baz? And on board with the McLaren driver, this is the last corner, and Baz goes into it 9th fast as well. What about Cart then? Cart has improved again there, and it's still in the 14th there, but Cart has really found a good run of form. Lovely stuff indeed then. V-Top then out of the stadium sector as well, and over the curbs and out of turn at 17 as well. Where can V-Top come into this qualification? He is 4th fast at the moment then. Brilliant stuff indeed. Troy is in the pits. He's going to be 7th after that run of laps. Liam Yedden, he is the only man that can beat New Potato, but he goes 2nd fastest, but he's also in the 13th, so 2/10 of a second away. Wow, the top two are absolutely fantastic. Cart was inching closer and closer as he done 3 runs in the end there. Good stuff indeed. Same with Rempo, also edging closer as well. Vitot in a very strong 5th position with Mike 6, Troy 7, Baz in the 8th position there, and 1 into qualifying. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed there. Gordo is a bit concerned about the weather there, but luckily he's happy there as it's dry. Serious Mushroom has just confirmed it is dry then for the race itself. What qualifying, I absolutely love that. That was spectacular, wasn't it? And of course that is what Silver does best, isn't it? Really lights up everyone's Mondays, doesn't it? New Potato's on pole position there once again, and that is a 2nd pole position in a row for New Potato, and that is his 5th pole position of the season and of his career as well. So good stuff indeed there from the Alpha Tari driver then, and he was about 10th and a half in front of Liam Yeh, who was 2nd in him, but I think that is really set up for a very good race between himself and Liam Yeh. Remember, Haas are on the cusp of getting the Constructors' Championship here tonight, and Alpha Tari then are going to need to outscore, I think, Haas by about 12 points, give or take. Alfa Romeo, Cart Boy in 3rd position, good stuff indeed then. Rembo 4th, and we've got V-Todd in 5th position as well. It's a bit slow on that one, so we'll have to go for the grid in the formation lap as well. And gosh, I've got to say, it's hot over in Mexico, but I feel that I'm getting some of the heat from Mexico because I am absolutely saturated already. Oh, goodness me. As let me quickly get me old visor out then, so there's no sweat that drips in my eyes then. And I'm not even an athlete there, of course. When these drivers drive, I'm sure that they do get a bit hot under the collar. I certainly did when I was driving. Goodness me, there. But I think that I was usually sweaty because of the concentration, really, because I need a lot of concentration just to go forward and backwards. Right then, and let's now get onto the race itself. And the cars are out on the circuit. Then we're just keeping on the pit lane at the moment. Then we can see inside, and that's the Williams garage as well. As we got the Haas and the Alpha Tari next to it as well. Then as we are now just waiting, the session is on the final countdown to the start of the Mexican Grand Prix. This is round 20 of silver. We have got 3 more rounds to go, including this one, of course, that German. Then can he still march in the championship? He is 10th on the grid then. Can Haas win their Constructors' Championship here today? They were so close in America. Can he clinch it here tonight then? And what Potato then, can he keep himself in the championship on this one? And that is a lot of questions that needs to be answered as well. And the battle for second in the Constructors is still so hot at the moment, isn't it? 19 cars then, as we accelerate out, and away we go then for the start of the formation lap as well. Just taking a look then at the tyre choice as well. We've got a hard tyre there for Ayrton. Everyone else is on the soft tyres then. So let's go for the bridge. 36 laps around this Mexican circuit then. And this one's, there's a lot of lappage around here, isn't it? It's quite a short circuit, isn't it? It's a very high speed course as well. 2-stop strategy is the predicted way to go, and of course it was 2-stop strategies last night and I enjoyed it. On pole position then is New Potato then. That's his 5th pole position of the season, and he's 1 behind German now then. And there's not only a battle for the championship but also a battle for the golden wheel as well. Liam is on soft tyres and so expect Liam then to have a good start then. 3rd position is Cart, he's on medium. Rempo in 4th position, a brilliant performance there from Rempo. 5th is V-Todd, Mike in 6th position, all on soft tyres as as well. Troy is in 7th, he's on the medium tires. Baz is in 8th position. Serious Russian 9th, and Gurman, the championship leader, on soft tires in 10th position there. He's going to mix it up, isn't he? And then position then is Toro Marosso. He was able to choose whatever tires he wanted to start on because he was not in the top 10. Same with XR, he's on the medium tires in 12th position there. Ayrton is gone against grain. He is in a 13th position, also on the hard tires and the AlphaTauri. Woods in 14th position on the medium tires then. 15th position is Ghost, he is soft. 16th position is Gunnar. 17th position is Bulky on medium tires. Gordo is 18th position there. And Murphy is also soft in 19th position as well. 36th upset. Lovely shot here from the stadium sector as well. There is Potato. He is still mathematically in the championship, but as I said, he might need a minor miracle to be crowned as silver champion. He is, of course, the bronze champion. He won it with 1 round to go in bronze last season. This season then he's not going to be able to do that, is he? Of course, because he's not in bronze, but I also mean in silver as well. But he's going to be there fighting, I think, until the end of the season, of course. Then as Potato's getting on a good running form then, and you can see then as we're now just lining up ready for those magical 5 lights to come on then, as we are just waiting for the 2 Red Bulls then just to line up at the back as well then. And this is definitely the calm before the storm then as well. Lovely shot, by the way. I'm absolutely loving this. Look at this then as the cars are lined up ready to get going as well then. As just taking a look now, you can see, look at here, the revs and the cars are calm, and so are the drivers as well then. And we usually seem to have a delay, don't we, in the silver, as we've got a green flag in the background, which usually means it's well, it usually means that we're all green and ready to go. And we're on lap 2 already then, so someone has snuck off, I think, and decided to leave us all behind then, which is good some indeed. Unfortunately, we've got we always seem to have the same issue in silver at the moment, don't we? As Car there is getting very edgy, isn't he? Look at him as he's bouncing down. He's got a bit of hydraulics on that Alpha now, hasn't he? And so just on board then, we're waiting for those lights to come on then. I'm wondering who is causing delay tonight then, as we're now then just waiting for the off then, but at the moment then there's the as I don't think the lights are coming on. I'm keeping an eye to see what is occurring. But yeah, a bit of a delay at the moment, and isn't it, this stage of proceedings then, which is not going to help anyone at the edge of this, it's not going to help anyone, is it? And of course, Sarah's up there, very much keen to get going, and as I got to say, not again. And so yeah, we've got some issues there with the lobbies here, isn't it? As just seems Silver just seems to have a bit of a bad spot at the moment with lobbies, isn't it? And I've got a blue screen. Well, that's good, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. So I got a blue screen then, and I've got 100% as well. And the broadcast has stopped then, but luckily, if you're all on if you're all on Facebook, then good stuff indeed. Then, as the Ashes asked if he could if there's a space there for the reserves, if there's a space for the reserves, then maybe he can do a restart. He could be a reserve for the restart as well. I hope that I ain't the problem with the lobby then, as because that would be quite embarrassing. Because I gotta say that I'll be not in the lobby at all, which is not good, is it? Because then we're just missing the action. Then. So unfortunately, I have been kicked out, and I'm just waiting to see if I get a notification then or anything to get myself back in to the race itself. But and I'm hoping that the race hasn't started then, because this is going to be very disappointing, isn't it? We've also got a couple of other we've also got a couple of other people. I think Bass also had the issue as well, but hopefully we can get going again. And Murphy has just sent an invite. So just taking a look then. I think it's a new lobby, isn't it? So yes, it is a new lobby then, and we'll be getting going in just a few moments time as well. So I'll get rid of all these notifications come up and all that kind of stuff then. And job should be a good one as well then. That's it. Yeah, and gosh, I've got something from work as well, but we'll leave that for now because that's not important, is it? Hopefully then, let's see then. Of course, last week then we did have issues with the didn't we, where it took us a couple of attempts to get back onto the old YouTube streaming and all that kind of stuff, and I've now got to find the stream as well, which is not great, is it? Anyway, so of course, if you've been on Facebook, of course, you haven't missed anything. Well, if you've been watching the Facebook stream, hello, and I'm glad that you're sticking with us for this delayed start once again. And unfortunately, I think it's another late night for me in the old world of YouTube there, because it takes such a long time to render and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be up till probably 1 o'clock again, unfortunately. But there you go. That is the life, unfortunately, of a streamer, isn't it? Of course, I do take this job very seriously because because I just hate it when the stream is cut into. It really annoys me. Anyway, then yes, we're now going to be back in. We're back in the session now, just waiting for the drivers to come back in as well. Apologies, got any YouTube's guys in there just coming back in. Of course, it's unfortunately when you get kicked out, it also ends the stream as well, which is so annoying, isn't it? It really is as well. But luckily for anyone that's been watching on Facebook, of course, you've just heard my voice, haven't you? For the better part of a couple of minutes there, just speaking absolute nonsense, which is normal stuff, really, isn't it? As I've now got to try and get me. I think I broke me live chat now as well. Excellent. All right then. Start as you mean to go on, Sean. Start as you mean to go on then. Yeah, I've broke me live chat as well. Excellent. Anyway then, just taking a look at the track map as well. Then, so whilst we got a delayed start, then, so it just adds to the tension and drama, doesn't it? Of course, remember we had a delay, didn't we, in Bahrain? But of course, that was much more serious than what our delay is here tonight, of course. And as much more of a delayed start, as much more of a serious delayed start than was here tonight. Of course, our delayed start is just because someone's hamster was not running around quick enough on their hamster wheel, was it? Which of course used to be me, wasn't it, back in the day? Gosh, there when I had not very good internet when I first moved over next to McDonald's, and now I don't use the McDonald's Wi-Fi because unfortunately they shut during the COVID, and I realised I had to get my own Wi-Fi back then. So yes, unfortunately I had to get my hands into my wallet and just and pay for it myself. And I've got to say, I'm quite a tight man. I really am. Yeah, I don't like spending money. I don't like splashing the cash, so to speak. There. The Ash saying, Sean, are there just 19 cars? I believe there is, good sir. You may have to ask Murphy for an invite because Murphy is the head admin, but I think it might be too late. We've also got Ghost saying, how about it's in the beard yet? Not yet, my good sir. If you put in Discord, I'll have a good old look at it in a minute. And it's because unfortunately I've got all my equipment out at the moment now, and if I as a West Ham has taken an early lead against Villa, so that has just popped up. That's great. I don't know why I've got the well, of course I know why, because I love football. I love football, even if I am a Liverpool fan, and but I still quite enjoy watching all the other teams as well. I used to be a big Aston Villa fan actually, but I wouldn't say they weren't my main club. Of course, Liverpool's always been my main club, but I used to like Aston Villa. Unfortunately, until they smashed Liverpool 7-2 earlier on the season, and now I've just decided I don't like them anymore. But yeah, I think that back in the day when they had Agbonga, who was amazing up front. I thought he was brilliant. Used to buy him all the time on my FIFA career when I was playing as Yeovil and stuff like that. Yeah, he was an absolute bargain. Was he? I think it was FIFA 11 or 12 or something like that. Anyway, as I just quickly take a look at these streams then. Ayrton is saying, I heard you like my helmet, Sean. I really did. I love that helmet. It was a beautiful design then. And yeah, so I think we should have a competition for helmet of the year, really, shouldn't we? And of course, I can't judge it really because I love Diashi's helmet. I love Ayrton's helmet tonight. I do enjoy a good helmet. Gora saying, friend, if I had any, tell us a joke. Go on then. Me. Well, I'm I'm not good with jokes, but there is one. But there is one. Friend, go on. What is it? F1 at 2020, friend. Dies of laughter. Yeah, unfortunately, it is code match, isn't it? At their absolute best, isn't it? Good stuff indeed. Then Bulky Volcano saying, commentator of the year there with a winky face as well. Then I think that might be a bit of sarcasm there. So just watching that, waiting for this sense again. We're waiting for one driver, and I hope I'm actually in spectator mode. I think I am. Yes, I am there. I don't think I've ever done an ALR race where I was still when I was in commentator mode. That was that would have been appalling stuff, wouldn't it? But yes, so we're now just getting ready for the race as well in just a few moments, and we're just waiting for one driver, and then possibly maybe even two if Diashi could get himself if Diashi gets an invite there. Well, of course, that is up to the head admin of Silver, which is Dan Murphy, of course, and he runs quite a tight ship, doesn't he? If I'm not in his party by 10 past or anything like that, he comes at me with a spatula. We just got Bogey Volcano saying it wasn't sarcastic. We're just waiting on V-Top then, and hopefully V-Top can get in there because V-Top is going to be a big player in this race. I have no doubt about that. He's been a big player all season as well. Of course, just Just a reminder there for next week, of course, for gold, then it will be on at 7 o'clock UK time because of the Sakir Grand Prix, which starts at 10 past 5 UK time as well. Now, I think Abu Dhabi should be around 2 o'clock, around midday-ish, so Abu Dhabi shouldn't be a problem. Next season, though, of course, in the second half, next season at the beginning of the first half, we don't usually have any American, like North American races, do we, apart from Canada, and that's usually around June, July time, so hopefully none of the races next season for season 5 of gold shouldn't be disrupted too heavily. So fingers crossed for that as well then. And as we're now just waiting to just waiting then to get on, as Diash there has been given a firm no then, as Dan there of course has put his foot down there, and that's it really. Unfortunately, of course Dan is does, as he said, he just run a tight ship then. Oh, he didn't reply yet. Okay. I think Dan's probably got other things on his mind at the moment, like just getting this lobby set up as well, and just waiting for VTOD then as well. Apologies for this delay, guys, but hopefully we won't last too much longer as well. As I was saying, I am the ALR People's Champion. I got to say, Ayrton's artwork, that was absolutely fantastic. I'm going to hang that on my monitor at work, I think. So maybe not with the hairstyle though. I'll have to trim that out a bit because gosh, that hairstyle was awful. That was my proper lockdown hairstyle when I didn't go to the old barbers. I still don't go to the old barbers now, to be honest. I really probably need it cut again then. So just waiting then as well before we get going then. So yeah, unfortunately, just a couple of issues then, and hopefully we'll be getting going there once again. And it looks like that we haven't had any YouTube issues either then. So fingers crossed we don't have any YouTube issues then as well, because I don't like it when the stream's cut in half, and unfortunately it will be cut in half, won't it? But of course we'll just upload the full race then tonight then, so that you can watch it all tomorrow as well, because yeah, that's what we're going to do, of course, then, because it just makes the archives feel much better as well. It makes it feel more complete. I don't like having half races here and then I want to stitch all up and just get it off Facebook. That's one of the advantages of streaming on two platforms now, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Right then, so then as we are now getting ready for it, and I don't think VTOD is in this race. What a huge blow then, and that is such a shame now for VTOD, and because the drivers are getting ready, so we're going to have 18 cars then on this grid as well. VTOD, who was a massive, it's going to be a massive player, I think, it's out of the race before you even begun. What a shame for VTOD, and that's a big blow indeed, isn't it? But unfortunately, if one driver can't get in, it does sound harsh, but we've got 18 drivers waiting, isn't it? It's such a shame now, because I'm a big fan of VTOD as well. His qualifying last year was magnificent. This season, he's got that together, hasn't he? Very similar to Emerson, actually, isn't it? Because Emerson has really struggled on qualifying. I felt that was his Achilles heel. Remember in the interview last night, he did say that he was doing a lot of time trial laps, wasn't he, to get his qualified up to scratch there. And goodness me, he's a complete driver now, isn't he? He's a formidable competitor, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to compare next season to the likes of Clarkey, Caesar, and all those great drivers as well. Anyway, then, so now then, just getting ready for the start of the Mexican Grand Prix, take two once again then. And just like in America, just over a week ago, we got two halves of the stream then, so good stuff indeed then. Thank you all for coming back in and watching this. It's absolutely splendid stuff. You make my day, you make my night, you make my year. And well, the only other thing that does make my night and year is usually food. But I think I'm gonna be on a KFC on Sunday actually, just to just because I feel like it. I had one since earlier on. Right, well, we're just waiting for a couple more drivers out to load into the session, and we'll be going once again. Apologies for the delay, everyone. Apologies for speaking absolute nonsense for the past 10 or 15 minutes. I'm glad you've kept with us, and I'm glad that we're about to get racing around at Mexico as well. I'm looking forward to this one. The drag down is turn one. It's going to be absolutely immense, sensational, excellent as well. Hopefully we don't have any carbon fibre. I think last night they was very well behaved down in turn one. I got to say, I actually like to tip my hat to them. They were brilliant stuff last night. Fantastic indeed then. Oh, it's Gordo saying, Blair, remember your setup there, and I think that's also keen to all the other drivers as well. Remember your setup, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, I've been a fool in the years where I just seem to go straight into it as well. And when you don't put your setup on as well, don't you feel like you're in a downward spiral where you just have a bad race as well? But of course, the great drivers can drive around it, can't they? I am not a great driver. I'm not a good driver. I'm not even a driver really. I'm just a guy. I'm just a I'm just a guy behind a microphone who talks absolute rubbish. Right then, we've got 10 seconds to go. Then we're going to go through the grid once again. V Todd, I'm absolutely devastated for V Todd because I was really looking forward to seeing what he could do. And of course, that was a big blow for the Racing Point team. Not only last night, but not only yesterday in Bahrain, but now again here tonight as well. Before the racing begun, they were battling for it. They were in a mammoth battle for third, didn't they? For second in the constructors, and so that is a big shame as well. As we're now back on the grid, then 18 cars this time. Then let's go for the grid chart from front to back, from pole position, then all the way down to 18th on the grid. Then as Bulky Volcano's also on the hard tires, long verts as well. So everyone behind VTOL has actually been propelled up one. So Gurman is up to 9th and on the clean side of the circuit then, if somebody did that. And as now then we're going through as well. Al Hash saying he's sad that Dan didn't reply then. I think that I think because Dan's setting up the lobby, I think the team's probably more concerned about getting everyone back in, Al Hashi. So you'll probably see your message after this race, no doubt about that, and which is such a shame as well, because we would have liked this in Diashi in there. But of course, don't worry, Diashi fans, he is in action tomorrow, I believe, and unless Diashi drops a bombshell in the comments, Diashi will be in action tomorrow. And I think that Diashi, he's quite a he's only raced about 6 or 7 races in the bronze, but he is one of my most improved drivers this season as well, hasn't he? I think that he's really been impressed from the last 4 races. But that's bronze, this is silver, 36 laps then. And on pole position, New Potato, he's still on pole position just like it was in session 1. He is on medium tires, Liam Yet on soft, Cart on medium, soft tires for Rembo in 4th, and Mike in 5th position, Troy in 6th, medium tires then, Baz in 7th position, and Sirius Mushroom is 8th, Gurman is 9th, and Torma Rosso is in 10th position then. 11th position is Exile, they've changed to the soft tires this time. Ayrton is stuck to the hard tires, Woods in the medium on 30th position there, Ghost is on 14th position on the soft tires there. Gunnar is also on the medium tires there, Bulky on the hard tires there, Gordo medium, Dan soft fed, 18 cars and 36 laps around Mexico. Here we go then for the Mexican Grand Prix, round 20 of silver, of course, then as well. And this is going to be a crucial part of the World Championship, of course. Can Haas get their Constructors Championship wrapped up here tonight then? Can New Potato keep himself in the championship? What about Murphy there? He is not far behind Gurman in the championship as well. Just 12 points. The green flags are waving from the marshals as well. Of course, they are here. They're unsung heroes, aren't they, of the Formula 1 world, and I think that they got some big praises in yesterday's race as well. So yeah, and they're all volunteers as well. So hats off to the marshals, absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. There. So when do we go in? Hopefully we go this time as well. As we are just waiting for those lights. Now those lights are on. Then here we go. Then we have 5 sets of lights to go on in Mexico, and we are go. And it's a good start there from Potato there. And look at that though. But look at that. It's Alfa Romeo and the wheels of Potato. It's trying to squeeze already there. And Mike has got up to second, and Potatoes on the pole. It starts. We come down into turn 1 then, and then look at this, and it's up. Sirius Mushroom's dropped right to the back of the field. Liam Yet takes the lead. So Mike's in second position as they come out of turn 2 and 3 then. And there we go then. Sirius Mushroom's got some major issues. He's dropped right down to the back. There's no damage on that foot on that Racing Point, but there's major issues. Oh my goodness me! That is someone gone off in a big way. It's an Alpha. It's Cards. Was on his side there, and he's rolling backwards. He's damaged the car. Oh goodness me then. And Torma Rosso in Exile there is also banging away as well, and coming out of turn 6 there as we accelerate away. Bulky has gone up into 40th position, Gordo's out in the 15th, and Sirius Mushroom has dropped down 16th, Woods has dropped down 17th, Cards has dropped right down into 18th, and has damaged the car as well. And just taking a look then and seeing what is occurring then, as Exile's got a penalty already for his shoppers, and those penalty flags are going to be lining up quite quickly in this race as well. Then, as we're now coming in into the complete the first lap, then Liam has gone up position there. Mike is up 3 position there, is absolutely launched off the line. As the Potatoes gone from 1st to 3rd, then Troy is up into 4th position there. Gurman has gone to 5th position as well. This is crucial in Gurman's quest for the championship. And now he's up in the 4th then, because Murphy is up in the 5th then. Brilliant stuff indeed there for Dan. No, he's not then, as there's all kinds of shenanigans going on with the scoreboard as well as we come down the hill then. Let's see what it can do as well. And we're on board at the moment then with New Gurman as well. It's up 5 positions at the moment, and Gurman, this is absolutely fantastic stuff indeed that as we accelerate away as well. Liam Yet is just coming down the back straight as well at the moment, and look, there they are at the moment. well. Good stuff indeed then from Liam Yedden. So he's got a good advantage so far, hasn't he, with him leading the race. And Mike is in second position. Then we got Potato in third there. As the broadcast has stopped there now, I've lost connection. But we'll continue on anyway. Liam Yedden is still currently leading this race. And Mike is second at the moment. And third position is Potato. Fourth position is Troy at the moment. So we're just on board now with Gurman, who's all over the back of him, getting very snaky on the rear there as well. And look at this as they go side by side then. And look at this, they're going up the inside. Troy and Gurman are banging wheels then as well. Then is now then Troy then is dropped down into fifth position there with Rempo in at sixth position at this moment in time then, as they're going over the curbs as well. And lovely stuff indeed then as they come out to complete a lap 2 in this Mexican Grand Prix. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. And Liam is currently leading this race at the moment, and he's 17.7. He's done a 17.770 so far as well, as they come down the back street. And 3/10 of a second up at the moment as Potato is currently then all over the back of Mike as we come down into turn 1 as well. Brilliant stuff. And Potato needs to get himself back in. He's almost spinning there, isn't he? Look at Barshead also forcing his way through as well. He's in 7th position. Exile is 8th. Tormer also in 9th position. Ghost in 10th position as well. We're on board then as we are going down the back straight as well. And look at this, they're saying, oh goodness me, as they're going down then into turn 4, the brakes on, and that Ferrari going a bit wide then. And Tormer also is all over the back of that Ferrari. He's going wide there. He's going wide there on the outside. And look at this, that is our Lidl start as well. Incredible stuff indeed then over the Ferrari there. Fourth as then Tormer also has got a penalty for his troubles as well. Gurman up in the 4th position there, and he's right behind his championship protagonist there, or one of them anyway. And that is the that is a new Potato as well, and we're on board then with Gurman, as he is now coming now behind at the back of Potato. Then Mike has started to form a queue behind him then. And look at this as Gurman's going up the inside, then passes, does he? Oh no, they've made contact, and Potato and Gurman have made contact. There's a damage there. I don't think there is damage there. And Potato's come out unscathed as they come through to complete a lap, lap 4 of this race then. And goodness me then, Potato and Gurman have forced his way through as he is now coming down the back straight. Gurman is taken, and no dice here tonight, isn't he? And he is now, you can see his teammate pulling away. Haas currently then are on course to win the Constructors' Championship. And they've had a magnificent start, haven't they? Brilliant stuff indeed there. Looking at the inside front as well there for Gurman's effort then as well, as we're coming down the back straight then. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed there for Gurman. Gurman's up 6 positions there in the matter of a couple of in the matter of a couple of laps here. Fantastic stuff indeed there for Gurman. Really hats off indeed there as they're just on board now then with the World Championship leader at the moment. And he is currently in third position. But we're just flying on board then with Gurman. And look at this, and impressive stuff indeed there for Gurman. Really good stuff indeed. Look at this, and he's 4/10 second, 3/10 second, and he's on DRS now as well. And he is really catching, gaining as he goes over the back of the wheels as well. Incredible stuff here as Gurman then now going in to the stadium sector as well. And lovely stuff then as look at this, so Mike then is really trying to repel the man who's been the benchmark of silver since the halfway season. Tormer also dropping down the order. What's happened to Tormer also? He is facing the wrong way coming on the stadium sector as well. And goodness me, good job we got Ghostin on there as he is just recovering as well. He's damaged the car. Bulky down in 7th position. That car is also gone. It's also coming to pits out, and then down in 8th position. Look at this, and it's now Mike is up into third position, has dropped down the third then. Gurman is gone. He's got a penalty though. He's got a penalty. Gurman has at the Euro stage this race. He's fantastic. Murphy is up into 9th position as well in the Red Bull. Serious Mushroom and the Pauling start, but he's clawed his way back from 18th up into 11th position there. And good stuff indeed then. So he is really doing a fantastic job as he comes down into turn 4. Splendid stuff indeed then. It's Potato is currently then who's got a queue. He really hasn't recovered, has he? After that banging of wheels between himself and Gurman there, as now then as we come into the S as well, then Gurman is now then starting to hunt down his teammate, and he has gone 7th position. Gurman's on a fantastic race, isn't he? Splendid stuff indeed then. For Gurman as well. So I can take a bit of a breath here then, because we're on lap 5 already in this race. And look, the second Mercedes out of Rempo, it's got a queue behind it. It's a bit of a conga line, isn't there? With Rempo, Baz, Exile, and now Murphy that is in the top 10, is just behind as well. But Ghosted also, Serious Mushroom is in there, but is in that battle as well. Ayrton in 12th position at this moment in time then. It is very much nip and tuck, isn't it? As they accelerate out of turn at 17 as well. Let's see what is going to be occurring right now then. Coming down the back straight then, as they're on board board once again, and look at Exile, and Exile is having it's just having a look on the inside there, but that's nothing doing it just yet. And as we're coming down the back straight, and Rembo is going to be on the outside, on the inside straight, and Baz is on the outside, but Baz is going to sneak through. Look at that, Baz and Rembo going wheel to wheel, and of course they're going to be engine partners next season in McLaren and Mercedes. Goodness me! But of course that's not going to be be a cause for concern. As I say, she's out there, so she's on the inside. Baz is on the outside then, and Baz is free up and do 6 positions as well. Then good stuff indeed then. Look at this, and what a great line as well. It's Exile trying to go up the inside. Then this queue is not helping Murphy then, so now we've got Carr, who's now moved up his Torma Ross is in the pits once again. Then two laps there, he's coming in the pits, and that's not good at all, is it, at the moment there? Rembo is dropped down 3 positions there. Qualifying pace is fantastic. At the moment, those soft tires are not working at all, is it? And that is a shame, isn't it? And then just a lovely shot here though from the Mercedes car. One is let down to almost 2 seconds now. Is German and Liam at the moment. There's the two Haas drivers there once again then showing that they are cream of the crop, ain't they, in Silver Ramona. Great stuff indeed then as they come over the curbs and about to complete a lap 17 as well then, as a Rembo then is going to be feeling a bit concerned there as she looks in her rear wing mirrors, I should say, as they come and go over the line now again. And there's a Ferrari there on the prow as well, and we're on board with Exile. Is he going to have a look going into turn? Nope, because at the moment Rembo has the high ground, and if anyone who watches Star Wars knows that the high ground is very important indeed. But Rembo is actually still quite close to the back of Baz at the moment, so she still have DRS in, which will help her in her defence from that Ferrari. But I think Exile needs to be more concerned about Murphy, who's behind at the moment, because Murphy, second to the World Championship, is trying to go up the inside there, and at the moment Exile is not going to dive out of the way, because Exile is of course in his own battle for the constructors as well, in the battle for second, third, fourth and fifth bed, and that's a great battle, isn't it? Of course there's 4 teams really close, isn't there, as well? We're keeping on that constructors battle. Now it's going right down to the wire right down to the wire in Abu Dhabi in 2 races time, of course. Then on board there with Ghost, and we're on board as look at this as well as DRS there once again, and 3 DRS zones around this circle, and is look at that then is Exile sorry, it wasn't Exile, it was Ghost. Just having a look there going into the stadium sector as well. Then 1.1 German is flying around this circuit, isn't he? Goodness me, he's got a rocket ship as he struck to the back of that Haas at the moment. Haas have currently got a 1-2, and this is enough as it stands about there to win the Constructors' Championship there. And of course that would be 2 Constructors' Championships done, wouldn't it? Williams already won the Constructors last time out in the United States in bronze there, and Haas will clinch the Constructors' Championship here tonight as well. Now then, so listen, and Murphy there. Rembo then is just sliding, isn't she? She's struggling, isn't she? But she's still on the inside there. But Murphy there is over the side position. Rembo is dropped down there, really struggling. And look at this, as Exile's going to have a look there going down. But Rembo is going to sneak up the inside. Oh, not quite. And she is struggling for grip, isn't she? But goodness me, this is a brilliant battle there. Rembo there getting a bit wild there on the accelerator. This is fantastic, isn't it? Look at this, there's Ghost there all over the back end of that Mercedes. But at the moment there, Rembo dropping down the other and wonder if she's trying to extend the stint as much as she can there to perhaps just get a sensible window to come into the pits there, change those tyres and go to the mediums perhaps. German is now less than a second behind, and he is in the DRS zone of his teammate Liam. Yeah, it's a fantastic first 8 laps here for German. Fantastic stuff there. And I gotta say, that is frightening from German, really is indeed. Remember that Troy and Nupte are on the medium tyres, as Mike is in the pit set, so he's the first man to blink then and come to the pit set. So let's see what he can do there. But a big potato there is as German takes the lead then. Oh, but he's locked up, but he leads the Grand Prix of Mexico. What a fantastic performance. And look at this, as Troy is on the outside going into turn 1. But potato there is not yielding, is he, at the moment? And look at this, they're trying to go over the curbs as well, but Troy is the new potato is still in front at the moment. Baz in 5th position. Murphy is up to 6th. Fantastic. 7th is Exile. Rembo is staying at the moment because she now has Serious Mush there right underneath the rear wing of the Mercedes as well. But Serious Mush there going down into turn 4. It's probably not the east overtaking manoeuvres, is it, down there? We've seen Vettel, Ricciardo and Verstappen have that kind of issue back in 2016. and you can see them look at those penalty flags already. Goodness me, there it's almost half the grid, isn't it? We've still got 18 cars running now in this Mexican Grand Prix, so hats off to the drivers. It's a difficult circuit, isn't it? This difficult circuit, and it's a difficult race to complete as well. Just watching the two Haas guys at the moment, and they are leading this race at the moment, doing a great job indeed, and as they are now coming through into the final Nigel Mansell turn as well. We are currently on lap 10 now as well. Then out of first stage, we've got 26 laps to go, and it's the two Haas guys. It feels like McLaren in 98, doesn't it? Them two are just head and shoulders above everyone else at the moment. This Haas team is absolutely magnificent as well. And of course, remember back in 98 where in Australia 98, the two McLarens were just absolutely immense, weren't they? And at the moment, it's feel like in that here tonight as well. Of course, Murphy has now moved himself up into 5th position in the Red Bull. Good performance there from Murphy there. And he started 18th on the grid, didn't he, Danny? So he's now up into a very solid 5th position. And look at this, that is serious pressure on the outside. But Rembo there is, look at this, taking just get on the curbs there. And it's now going to be a drag race, isn't it? Going down. It's look, serious pressure is dropped behind, down in 7th position. And Ghost is having a look then. And it's a very difficult night at the moment, is it, for the Racing Point team? They've lost one car already with Viton. And now serious pressure out of the Paul and Star. He's clawed his way back up to 10th position. But now then he is dropped down in 9th position there because of his battling with Rembo. Oh, that's not good at all. Is serious pressure there. He's having a look on the inside, going into the SSN. But Ghost then is now going to be up to 8th position. And can he now stretch his tyres and but pull away then? Rembo then, I think he's just trying to extend this stint. But then Gurman is almost out of DRS already. I got to say that was a fine couple of laps there for Gurman. A brilliant couple of laps from Murphy as well. To the championship protagonist there, starting a slightly out of grip position there. But once again, then doing an absolutely magnificent job, isn't they? Brilliant something there. They come over the curbs as well and going under the lovely stadium as well. Liam is the first to come in the pits, and the second at the top round side, going on to the medium tires. A Haas car is said. And a good stop there from the American-based Haas team as well. Troy then is slightly too far back at the moment. Murphy is only 4 seconds away at the moment. XL 5th, Serious Mushrooms in 7th position. And then Rembo is in 6th. Is coming down the back straight. There is the former race leader in the background. Serious Mushroom, I looked then, but the door was going to be closed in there, wasn't it? On that nose cone as well. Liam comes out in and 9th position, I should say that, and just in front of Gordon. Gordon's gonna, oh goodness me, they're very close, isn't he? But Liam, this is important, isn't it? Because he wants clear air, doesn't he? He's going for the undercut on his teammate at the moment. Rembo has just lost a position there because Serious Mushroom is up into 6th position, I should say. With Serious Mushroom, no, Serious Mushroom at 6th. Rembo down into 7th at the moment. And good performance there from Serious Mushroom. He is back up to 6th then. Has he got clear air now to really make hay on these soft tires there? New Potato is actually gaining on the Girdman now, because look at that, and the temps are coming down at this moment in time. This is going to get very very tasty indeed, isn't it? Really good something, and I like Mexico because of these strategies out there. It's absolutely fantastic. It's very much a mixed bag, and we love a mixed bag, don't we? I certainly love a pick and mix. Lap 12 in this race, into the pits there comes the former race leader, the championship leader, and the former race leader as well as Gurman again coming in the pits. Then what is Troy doing? Troy has dropped back slightly, and Haas Mechanics going to work and extend on the medium tires. And where is he? Is he coming out now? Oh yeah, he is coming out there. Murphy is also in the pit slot, and he is changing tires. He is also onto the medium tires. We also had a Mercedes of Rembo in the background, so the Ferrari coming in and out as well. There is action here in the pit lane. Where's Liam? Yeah, and Liam is just behind his teammate at the moment then. So that undercut didn't work, but he is closer to his teammate, albeit by a tenth of a second or two then. And just might come in as in front as well. But look at this side, and now we've got Gunnar and Murphy there side by side, going into turn one. Murphy has the high ground, and Gunnar is in 11th position now, but Gunnar is on a longer stint as well. Baz there in 12th position there. XR, Ghost, Rembo is all just going to the pits, and Carter, Toro, and also Boki coming to the pits earlier on there, as they had some issues there, didn't they, on the card. And Baz also got past the Gunnar as well. On board then with the championship leader, and this is German at the moment. He has got penalties as his name now. He doesn't want any more penalties, but the penalties do start to rack up, especially when you're behind the driver, of course, because it's just the dirty air from the car in front, is it, where it just seems to wash over the front wing, doesn't it? And it just causes a lot of understeer, doesn't it? And the car is just trying to turn it, and it's just not happy, is it? On board then with German as well. And of course, I gotta say, he's had a fantastic start to this Mexican Grand Prix. He's brilliant, isn't he? As he comes out the final turn as well. Into the pits, there comes Serious Mission. Here's the last of the top runners out to come in the pits there and change those soft tires. And Woods is on the 12 level medium tires. He's doing a great job actually. Woods is really doing a good job there, battling at the front then. Now then he has dropped down into fourth position as well. Gurman is moved up into third then. Liam is the next car in front now. I think Liam would have liked to have got past as well, but he was just too far back, wasn't he? At this stage, Mike has gone to the soft tires. Bulky is out there, and oh goodness me, where's he got off? Oh, he is. Looks like he's accelerated and gone into the wall then. And who's that? And that's Liam, yeah. And Woods there, fighting here at the moment, but Woods there is not yielding there, and this is not helping. We got a safety car, and we've got. I think we've got a safety car anyway. I think I've lost me a GUI here, haven't I? So that's not good then. It's a virtual safety car. Toro Rosso has got a 5-second penalty for spinning in the pits, and that's not good at all. So we've got virtual safety car. Toro Bulky Volcano out of the race. Looks like he got onto the accelerator pedal, and that has really cost him, hasn't it? That's a bit unfortunate there, isn't it, from Bulky, and he's out of this race. So we've got virtual safety car as well. Is anyone going to take this opportunity to come in the pits? Well, Troy certainly has, but just has gone green now, so Troy is not going to get the full effects out of this. A virtual safety car, but I'm wondering then. So he's on the soft tires here then, as Gunnar dropped down to 40 position then. So Troy has gone to soft tires here. Gurman is now in second position there. Liam is now up in the third position as well, as Troy is just trundling down the pits there. There he is. He's coming out the pits now, as Pateto's had a very difficult start to this session, hasn't he? But he's in fourth position there. Oh no, yes, he's down to fifth, and look at this, it's Ayrton and Gordo who are on the alternative strategy. Gordo's on the medium tires, Ayrton is on the hard tire. And so this is where it really starts to mix it up slightly, doesn't it? Mike is on double full ups on those hard tires as well. So Mike has gone from the soft to the hard tire. There's a lot of strategies out there. This is brilliant as well. Bulky is out of the race. He is left for session. Ayrton there has just been passed there by Troy. Troy, of course, is on the soft tire as well. So Ayrton there is picking and choosing his moments there. Very similar to what Paul di Resta used to do when he was in Formula 1 and Paul di Resta really reaped the rewards from that, from the way he's driving as well. Oh goodness me, and look at this then, it's going Troy there's getting a bit impatient now. He's just pushing Gordo along slightly as they come into the S as well. Goodness gracious me there, and look at this, and Gordo is, of course, this is a battlefield position there, isn't it? There's no blue flags, but look at this, and Gordo with that back end there is going a bit wild there, isn't it? But Troy's on DRS and he is on the outside going into the stadium centre. He passes and moves up into fourth position as well. Gordo dropping down then into fifth position, and Ayrton in sixth, and look at this, we've got queue of cars now behind Gordo and Ayrton and co. Mike's gone a bit as Potato's in the pits and he's on the soft tires and look at this queue of cars, and Gordo comes into the pits and he's at 30 laps on those medium tires and that is the beauty about this race, isn't it? On board Murphy Money is second in the World Championship. He is now past Mike there as well. Is he going to be able to get Ayrton as well? And look at this, and look at this, and we got a bit of a drag race, haven't we, coming down here? Oh goodness me, that's three abreast there going into turn one, and Bass going to have looked open. Murphy's up the inside, Ayrton there in sixth position, I should say, and now we got Bass there. I thought he was going to go up the inside of Ayrton there, but no dice, and Mike was the big loser in that one. No, he's dropped down to 8th position in that, and he's now behind these queue of cars, isn't he? Murphy's now got a 3.3 second buffer now between himself and Troy then. Gurman and Liam are on the medium tires then, so Murphy at the moment then potentially could be in the net for a position at this stage. A good sum indeed there for Gurman and Murphy. They've been mud drawers of the day so far. Absolutely splendid stuff indeed. Ayrton now going for a longer first stint then, so he ain't going to come into the pits there for at least another 18 laps or so then, which is a very technical way of saying he's going to be up for a Baz, there's Murphy there, Baz there, oh my word, look at this, he's trying to sneak up and under that, and look at this, he's on the outside, then he passes Ayrton, he swoops through up into 6th position as well. Ayrton dropping down to 7th position. We've also got Ghost who's come out of nowhere, and Mike there has just had to put a bit of the square on the Oda accelerator, but Ghost out through there. We've got Mercedes also going up and under as well. That's Rentbo on the inside there. Mike has been onto the marbles there, and Mike has dropped down into 10th position. He's had a bit of a nightmare lap there for Mike, and let's see if he could just get his find his feet now and get himself back in there as well, but of course he's on the harder tire, isn't he? So he is going to be suffering the pain then, but later on he will be finding the gain, won't he? Because he might have one less stop compared to the drivers around him. We'll find out if that hard tire gamble pays off for Mike. He is the only man now that's going on to the hard tires apart from Gordon and Toro Rosso. Everyone else on the medium tires or gone from medium to softs or softs to medium now. Look at those leaves that come from the trees there. As it goes there, it's going on the outside of Ayrton, and Ghost there on the soft tires, having a great race, isn't he, in the Renault team, and brilliant some indeed there for Ghost there. And look at this, as Red Bull is is going to go up and under there of Ayrton. Ayrton's gone slightly wide then. Oh, goodness me, on the turn out then. And Ayrton's really lost a lot of time, hasn't he? And look at this as well as Mike is also free. But Ayrton's been squeezed wide there. And now the Ferrari's through. Ayrton has dropped down from 8th to 11th there. Mike is up into 9th finish there. And Exile up into 7th as well. Ayrton's trying to drop back then. There's our Serious Mushroom in 12th position as well then. As, wow, goodness gracious me there. 2.5 seconds to go between the Haas drivers at the moment. We got Serious Mushroom, sorry, New Potato then, who's decided to merge Serious Mushroom with New Potato together and just ring for their teammates next year if they say if they are in the same league then. Oh goodness me, that might be a bit of a nightmare for me, goodness me. But New Potato currently is in 3rd position at the moment but Troy is really matching him stride for stride at the moment. And you just in the foreground there, that was a Haas car. The two Haas at the moment there are at 1st and 2nd then, and currently on the verge of becoming the Constructors Champions of Silver. And look at this, that is Ayrton there, just been passed there. He has dropped down into 12th position as well after this. He's still on those hard tyres, of course, after this. But of course, and he is, as we said there, he's just suffering the pain at the moment, but the gain might come later on in this race, of course. So that is definitely what he's aiming for. It's a long game into the pits. There comes Car. He is now going to the hard tyres as we're coming to half distance then, so I assume the hard tyres can now get to the end of the race then. Mike at the moment then is another driver like Ayrton there on those hard tyres as well, and just suffering the pace deficit at the moment there between the medium and the hard tyres there. We spoke a lot about these hard tyres tonight, aren't we? Of course, Formula 1 is definitely a tyre formula these days, isn't it? And of course, that is what strategy is all about in Formula 1. In Mexico is probably one of the more exciting races when it comes to strategy. Brilliant some detail, and I'm loving this. Of course, medium soft tyres, the hard tyres is not really the favourite tyre, is it, here tonight? And but I think that Mike and Ayrton are trying to make a good fist of it, as is Gordo, a car, and Toro Rosso as well. And the Nigel Mansell turn there and going down the back straight as well as they fly underneath me. There's a Renault. We also send Rempo as well. Rempo's has really put her toe down now, hasn't she? She is now right underneath the gearbox of Ghost. Exile is now right underneath the gearbox of the Williams, and he goes up the inside there. Look at it. So Mike on the outside. Fantastic defending for the Williams there. But Exile there's just got so much more purchase on those medium tyres. But what a good performance there from Mike there. Really good 17. How he breaks so much there. That's fantastic, isn't it? And now then it's look at this, and the Serious Mushroom is now up into 10th position as well. Mike jumped down into 11th and a really good sum did that from Mike there. He was just not going to let him through, was he? So really giving it a good old scrap there as well. Woods 3 laps on those soft tyres as well. It's a Woods way also coming to play as well there. This is the closest battle on track at the moment as it stands at the moment in terms of time then on board. Then we're half distance here in the Mexican Grand Prix in Silver then currently as it's his Rempo's gone right off the track there. And let's take a look at the penalties, shall we, as it stands there. 3-second penalties for the race leader. We've got 11-second penalties there for New Potato. That is going to hurt, I think. 3-second penalty for Murphy as well. We got 15 seconds for Rempo, and so we got 14 seconds for Toro Rosso as well. And but of course, that could really turn around then. So that is the penalty situation as it stands at the moment. As I found out, thanks to Noblesy, as you can see penalties as well then, as I thought you just got a black and white flag then, but there you go. You learn something new every day then, which I think I learned it after bronze last week. So just watching Rempo then. Of course, Rempo having to just compose herself now and get back up to the rear, get back onto the back of the Ghost, the car, who is currently 7th for the moment. It's catching up on Baz slightly, because Baz is now almost a second back there. Into the pits, there comes Ayrton, and he is on the medium tyres now in the AlphaTauri until the end of the race. That is, he is now trundling out of the pits there. Good stuff indeed. That Woods is all over the back of Mike then. I'll say all over the back. He's now side by side with Mike then. Mike then has already been in the pits. And look at that lock up there on those soft tyres there. Woods there is not treating them quite delicately, is he? You can tell that they're definitely not his tyres, as they're more Pirelli. So going on the inside as well. But Mike there on the outside. Mike's doing some good defensive display here tonight. So of course, Mike, who is 5th of the Drivers' Championship in bronze there. He's had 2 Grand Prix wins in bronze as well, of course. Back in Australia and in the Dutch Grand Prix as well, and both those 2 races was absolutely fine drives as well there. I would say that a lot of them was I think that one of those races was definitely done the strategy course as well from Mike then. So Mike's not only a good race driver, but he's also a great strategist as well then. And that's very unusual, isn't it, to have both of those key attributes in league racing. But that's certainly what Mike's got. But at the moment there, it's not look like it's paying off at the moment. But of course then he will not need to come in the pits again, I don't think, unless he abandons the strategy. Ayrton's on the medium tyres until the end of the race then. So let's see what Ayrton can do then. He's got to do 17 odd laps on those medium tyres then. Now then, as we're just watching, Serious Mushroom is now up into 9th position, and Exile's dropped down into 10th then. And away he goes as well then. Baz, who was being caught hand over fist now from Ghost, and there he is then, and you can see that we're on board now with Ghost then. As you just see, as Gunner's got passed by his teammate Cart, who has been on the back foot there. Of course, that Alfa Romeo was on its side, wasn't it? Well, was almost right on its side there. Goodness me, so lucky he didn't flip over in the opening stages of this race then. Since then, Cart has been really fighting an uphill battle, hasn't he? Trying to come back through the field then. Now, Potato is all over the back of Liam yet, and he is on the soft tyres. New Potatoes, Liam is on the medium tyres there. 4 seconds behind his team leader, which is German. It's a 1-2 for the Haas team, which is on course to become the Constructors World Champions, the Haas team. Brilliant stuff indeed then. And of course there, so I've got to just make sure that is definitely the case. So I might get on my big 10-inch calculator in a minute then, just to make sure that is definitely the case then. And Potato then is he gaining? He is there, but I think that I need to be keeping an eye on this one. Goodness me then, as a Ghost there is just really trying to jolt to the left there quite violently, but Ghost is back on the inside. Oh goodness me there, and a Ghost there. Goodness me there. Now it's a Daily and a dollar short there from the Renault driver there. And he spins the car back around, and Woods there is just behind his teammate as well. But Ghost there, did he damage the McLaren? We're just taking a look then. That is a Rempo in the Mercedes there. They look all fine then, and a Ghost there is also fine as well. That was a bit late there. A bit of entrance there from Ghost, unfortunately, and he has dropped back down to 10th then as well then, as Baz now in 6th position, now Rempo in 7th, and Exile is in at 9th position. Ghost is just trying to recover after dropping down the order as well then. So oh my goodness me then, that was quite late then. Oh goodness me then, look at this then, as we got Troy, who is dropped off at this stage of proceedings, and he was looking very quick, wasn't he, about 3-4 laps ago. Now all of a sudden he's dropped off the back of the bronze world champion, which is Potato, and coming out of the final turn as well. We just seen a flash of Gurman there. He's still in the race then, and oh my word, there is Potato. Goodness gracious me. And wow, that was a very vicious echo down into turn 1. Oh my goodness me. And now Potato is up into 2nd position then. Has he got the pace to get after his rival from bronze, and now his rival in silver as well? That is Gurman at the moment. Woods is now Ghost is coming to the pits there. I wonder if he did look like he had damage there, but these wings are so detailed, aren't they? And it is of course there, even if we can't see the damage there, the drivers do feel it, don't we? It is of course the drivers are part of the car, aren't they, really? And soon enough goes up. He's on the medium tyres then. Maybe he might have a late safety car. They might be able to propel him back into the points then. Just on board then with Rempo at the moment. I've got to say the hard tyre runners is not helping them at the moment. Is that they are they're not really setting the world alight, are they, so far? Mike is still in 11th position then, so he still has half a chance there against some points there. But I think that the hard tyre, they are just a bit too slow at this stage of proceedings, isn't it? I can't see it work now at this moment in time then. But I have been wrong before, and I probably am wrong on this occasion as well. We're just watching Rempo now 4/10 second away from Baz at the moment. Baz is still in 6th position now, doing a good job, Baz is, and it's great to see Baz right up in, having a good old fight for the points as well. Brilliant stuff indeed there for Baz, and he's got 32 points, hasn't he, this season, Baz has? So it's 33 points, I'd say, in the McLaren, but he's in the pits, and Baz is, so is Rempo as well, and so they're all in the pits, and so those soft tyres only lasted about 10 laps or so. Exile is now up into 9th position. Serious Murphy has propelled himself up into 6th. Murphy then is currently in 5th position there. He's slightly further back, isn't he, at the moment, but he's still in the pit window. But I feel that the guys and the soft tyre runners of Troy and Potato might go into these soft tyres again then, so he might be a bit concerned about what happens for those guys there on then. Gordo up in the 10th position there, Rempo in 11th, and Baz there has had a long stop then, and Rempo has now moved up into 11th position there. We just seen Ghost there go past Baz, and so the undercut has worked to a certain degree there for Ghost there. So we've also got Cart, who has now moved up past Ayrton and now into 14th position, while Ayrton dropping down into 15th. Gunnar in 16th, and Torma also is looks like a Ghost in 17th position at the moment. I think a couple more laps then for Potato then before he peels off into the pit lane then, so I think the final stint will be on the soft tyres again, and if he's got any spare left then, of course he might have some used tyres, probably have used tyres, soft tyres left, but I'm wondering if those used tyres will have enough grip and enough purchase there to get him to the end of the race then. On board then as we're coming down then as well, Liam is starting to really switch around now, isn't he, because it looks like Liam there is now starting to pick up the pace, isn't he, in the Haas as well. Haas currently are on are on the course 25 points and 15 points then as well. And so good stuff indeed then for the Haas team. And of course, then this is going to be a championship correlation and perhaps here tonight. Of course, they were very close last week, but tonight they could seal it here with a brilliant 1-2. At the moment it's 1-3, but it might turn back into a 1-2 as the Haas team have gone onto the medium tires. Are they going to have another stop as well? Are they going to try and babysit these tires to the end as well then? And this is going to get very interesting indeed, isn't it? I'm really looking forward to this one. I really look forward to the end, is what I should say as well. And Liam, yeah, again a penalty for his efforts there as well. And that is a shame now for Liam, isn't it? There it is then. So yeah, just confirmation he's got a 3-second penalty. Liam has then, and of course that's his first penalty of the race as well. Troy 4.1 seconds back. He just hasn't got the pace at this stage of proceedings, has he, Troy Allison? He was looking in fine form now up until this point. And into the pits there comes German on those medium tires, and also Potatoes in the pits. Well, Liam is taken the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. I'm wondering if he's going to stay out there. German is on the soft tire set, so German is coming to the pits there. Potato is also, it looks like he's on a slow stop here, Potato is, and now he's going to work then in the AlphaTauri, and yeah, that is a very slow stop indeed. Murphy has stayed out there, and Murphy is in front of his championship protagonist, which is German at the moment. Murphy in third position, second position now. Serge Mercer also staying out as well, so Exile in fifth position there. Potato has had a very long stop, and he has dropped right down the order. He's down in sixth position among Potatoes, and that is going to ruin his championship challenge, but he has soft tires with 11 laps to go in this race then. Mike is back in eighth position, and Woods is just coming on the pits as well. Gordo is now got Redbow on his gearbox as well there. Woods is coming on the pits as well on soft tires. Woods potentially has a chance here. 4 points then, and Redbow then is a slipstream and go. Gordo, Redbow is passed and up into ninth position. She's on a great race in silver. I think this is the strongest race in her silver career thus far then. Woods is now in 10th position now, just behind Baz, and Baz has gone on to the medium tires in the race, and which that's not the quick switch in the race, but it's the safest way, definitely, isn't it? If the soft tires have any issue. Now Woods there is going to go right underneath the rear ring there. He's getting past the McLaren. He is past the McLaren. Moves up into 12th position there. Baz has dropped down into 13th position then. So yeah, Baz there on the medium tires then. So he is going to be struggling. Exile is having troubles there. He's dropped down 2 positions there. As Troy and Potato then, who are very close on the track now, aren't they? Because of Potato's issues in the pit lane. And that is a really ignited Troy say. Into the pits comes Liam. Yeah, Murphy's also in the pits as well. But Liam is coming out the pits. He is going to be in a solid second position, and indeed he is. That is Haas are on maximum points, and they what a performance for the Haas team. Potato in third position, Troy in fourth. Murphy's coming out the pits as well, and I think Murphy has a clear track, doesn't he? Mike is actually going to be in front. Yeah, Mike's on 16 lap hard tires, and so Mike has now propelled himself back up into fifth position. Murphy is coming out in sixth position in the Red Bull. Serious Mushroom is also going to pit as well, but Red Bull have pitted earlier on. She is in seventh position as well. We got Gordo, and look at this as well. That's his Ghost there, who's also doing some slipstreams, and we've also got Woods up into 11th position as well. This is going to be a fine end to the race. Look at this, we've got hard tires, we've got soft tires, we've got medium tires, and there is a lot of tires out there. There's an awful lot of strategy in play now, isn't there? And this is brilliant, isn't it? Gurman now is currently leading the race there. He's been fantastic from 9th on the grid, isn't he? Started up. Oh, look at this. We're talking about that a bit because look, there's Ghost is now on the inside. Then he'll have the outside. Look at this. Gordo has the inside as well. And he's as Ghost there being forced off the track there. Lovely shot as well. He's going to have the I thought he's going to have the purge there as well. Of course, he is on the medium tires there. Gordo's been on 10 lap out hard tires, hasn't he? So those hard tires are not going to give him as much purge there, but they are definitely more durable than the hard medium tires. But of course, we are not far from the end now, are we? And I think those medium tires should get to the end then. So all the top 4 have pitted, and they are now on the soft tires. Let's look at this as the Red dives on the inside. Gordon there is just had to steer out of that as Ghost is now denied for this then. Good performance for Ghost. Now we've got Woods then. Woods is on the cusp against the points while Woods is on fresh soft tires there. Mike has just dropped down the order there because now Murphy has got past it, and I think that there's going to be a queue of cars there. Be definitely interested in Mike's position there. Serious Mercer just got past Rempo as well. I think the Mike there is going to be counting on the laps there and wishing that there is less laps, wasn't it? Yellow flag in second 2 because we've had a Toro Rosso who's come off the track there. Oh, he has come off the track there, and damaged his wing then. Baz there is a bit of a difficult time for the McLaren team because look at this, it's a Gordo. Oh, and we got lots of action there down in turn 3. Gordo is 10th finished at the moment, but look at this, Gordo is fighting underneath the rear wing now. The Ferrari is through. Look at this, and we got cars all over the show. Gordo's on the outside, there's a Ferrari on the inside. Exxon's jumps up the inside. He steams up the inside. And when this ain't going to work, is it? Oh my word, it will work. Exile's up into 9th finish there. He's going on the outside of performance. What a performance. Oh, as Ghost there is understeering the car, wasn't he? And what a performance from Exile there. He put his car in the right place. He is now into 9th position. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed then for Exile. Really good stuff indeed then. Absolutely magnificent stuff. As Wood said, it's now very much all over the back as well as they are coming now into the stadium stage as well. Lap 28 out of 36. Having a lunge up the inside. Woods says he wants to get that length finish there because he's seen his points maybe evaporating here with that Ferrari of Exile disappearing off into the distance, and his teammate might also be disappearing off as well. Look at Gordo having to steer into that understeer there. And Troy there is aiming for another podium there. We left on another podium there, second podium. And in a matter of 2 races there. Good stuff indeed there. Lovely shot here. Look at how dirty that Renault front wing is. Goodness me, as of course not as dirty as the cars were after Portugal. No, Turkey I should say. And he's on the outside as well. And oh my goodness me, oh no! And look at this, as Gordo has got off there. And that's such a shame. And both the Renault car, well, the Renault and the Red Bull have come to blows. There is a bit of a frosty relationship, isn't there, between the Renault and Red Bull cars. I think it's got even frostier. Woods is now up into 10th position now. It's getting very, I've got to say, it was getting very lively. Listen, I think this around here last lap, I thought that was where they was going to come to blows then, but no. I think there was really good racecraft as well. His car is actually up into 12th position there. Brilliant stuff indeed there for Car. Now remember, he damaged his front wing on the opening lap there, but Car is showing why he should never give up there. He's having a really good race here tonight, Car is, and he's now found himself on the fringe of the points as well, Car. Brilliant stuff indeed. He's done 10 laps on those hard tyres in the Alfa Romeo. Really good stuff indeed there. Woods there is now then all over the back of his team. I wonder if Renault might do the old switcheroo, which they did back in Bahrain. Into the pits there comes Mike. There's a Mike there. Mike's hard tyre gamble hasn't really paid off much, has it? He goes to the pits and baby bolting on a set of soft tyres. Let's see if Mike can get into the points there from there on in. Then Woods has now moved up to 9th position. It's a good performance there from Woods, and lovely stuff there. And now Cart is now just also, look at this, and he's showing some amazing form, isn't he? Cart he's up into 10th position there, and he is now in the points as well. Brilliant performance there from Cart. But Ghost there is trying to leave it on the inside there. Great reel-to-wheel race there, and oh goodness me, then they're almost locking wheels, and now Bass is up the inside as well, up the outside is turn 4, but will he get the job done before turn 4? He does it. Ghost for backup boys going up the inside, and there's a lock up of a car, and look at this as Ghost and Bass with the sides of contact, and now Ghost is trying to go on the outside as well. Look at the background there, that is Tormer also. Unfortunately, he is well out of position there once again in the McLaren there, as the McLaren had a bit of a nightmare race once again. They do so well in qualifying, it's just the race, isn't it? The two drivers are just struggling to get points at this stage of proceedings as well. And we're just on board then. So we are now coming into the stadium sector once again. Then as now Car is, I think Car might be driver today actually, because not only did he not retire the car as soon as it didn't go its way, he has come back through the field and he is in 10th position. He's made those hard tyres work. He is in 10th position and he's got to repel the very hard charging soft runners of Mike and Gordo. Then it's going to be coming back out. And we've also got Baz, who is on the medium tyres as well. And so Car at the moment, he is now going to be really under the cosh then. But I think, let's see, that is he's going to have a look then. But Baz, this is important for the McLaren, isn't it? And as of course Williams not scoring the points, and it looks like Baz is going to be the only driver that can score a point for both teams then. And so then this is very important indeed for McLaren and Williams in the Constructors' Championship. And this is the close battle on track at the moment, and I've just had a bit of a brief there. Having said that, Mike is just homed up to the back of Ayrton in 13th position now on the Williams and Ayrton in the Alpha Tauri at the moment. Then as Alpha Tauri, then this is not good. This is not good enough for the Alpha Tauri, is it? Because that means that the Haas cars are on course to become the Constructors' World Champion, and Toro Rosso somehow kept that McLaren on the track there. Goodness me, he's having a nightmare race out there in the second McLaren, isn't he? Whilst his teammate is about a second away from Car. He is out of DRS, and Mike has got past Ayrton up into 13th position down to two bronze rivals there, having a good old scrap in the silver division there, but of course on different strategies and different tyres as well then. Lap 31 then, which has been, I've got to say, this has been a brilliant race, hasn't it? A very strategical battle there. We've only had one retirement so far, which is Bulky Volcano, and it just shows to the skill level of these drivers. It's been absolutely fantastic, it really has indeed. Then we've got 6 laps to go, and Haas are looking on song in for 1-2, and what a way to clinch the Constructors World Championship as well. And yeah, brilliant stuff indeed there for the Haas team. They're going to be on cloud 9 as well, and German's also going to extend his lead in the championship over Murphy by about 15 odd points or so. So good 17, there's already 12 anyway, and really then he could potentially clinch the World Championship in Brazil in a week's time. Then of course Murphy there. So tonight though, this as it stands, New Potato is out of the World Championship hunting them for this season, is he? So he's not going to be the first man to win the silver and bronze championships back to back, unfortunately. But nevertheless, then I think New Potato in the latest performance of that car, he's been very good himself indeed. Then, as Mason is saying there that I will be better in Brazil, you have my word then. And of course we would look forward to seeing you there, Mason, as well. Of course this is a difficult track, isn't it? I think Mexico is brutal on the penalties, isn't it? And really it's just a tough track to get right anyway. And I think Brazil, it's a classic, isn't it? Now everyone loves Brazil, don't they? Well, I certainly love Brazil as well, and I'm so glad it's still on the F1 calendar for the foreseeable future as well. I'm really looking forward to Brazil as well, and what a way to clinch the championship for German. So it'll be great to see Mason back in the car next week as well. Then absolutely good stuff indeed. Of course Mason is a bulky volcano, of course, as he just also told us in the chat, the Facebook chat as well. Of course we are live on Facebook. We disconnected from YouTube earlier on there, and so of course unfortunately Tomo Ross is out of the race as well, but he's looks like he is disqualified himself, which means he is actually last, so that's unfortunate for the McLaren driver. Of course we're on live on YouTube, live on Facebook tonight there. YouTube disconnected them, but this race will be uploaded to YouTube after the race then, of course there. But I'm going to be waiting. Oh no, and who's that? Ghost is in the wall. He has damaged the car, and yeah, that's plate damage as well. Ghost had a very feisty race, hasn't he? Unfortunately this is going to end this day with not getting anything at all. Red Bow's also in the pits there. She's only done 9 laps on this medium tyres. Rembo coming in there, and she's got 4 laps to go then to really get herself back in the points. And I don't think that's going to be the case then. Ghost coming in the pits. Well, Ghost is out of the race. What a shame for Ghost then. He was on the fringes of the points as well then, and as I just changed the notes as well. Bulky saying that he will not be reserving for silver for next race as well. But well, hopefully we'll see you in gold or bronze, my good man. There, and of course Brazil. Of course Mexico is a difficult race anyway. So I think Brazil, hopefully we'll see Bulky in a much higher at the grid as well in coming in a week's time as well. Oh, he means he won't be reserving in bronze. Silver, he meant then. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see a Bulky in silver or gold then, and in the foreseeable next week, hopefully then as well. 3 laps to go then. German is currently on the cusp. He's going to have one finger on that World Championship now, isn't he? Haas are going to have both, well, all 4 hands, I would say, on that Constructors Trophy, with Liam in a second position. German is in the race, and he's had I gotta say, this has been I feel that I've been saying a lot about German and how great he's been in some of the races, but this is probably his best performance of the season, I would say that. Of course, he's had a couple of races then, hasn't he, where he's been in the wilderness, hasn't he? German has only scored 2 points, hasn't he, in the last 2 races. Russia was a DNF, Japan was a DNF, and the United States, he only got 2 points. But here tonight, as Red Bull's got past Ayrton down in 30 positions as well. But German here tonight, and it's been absolutely fine, hasn't he? He is 5 seconds in front of his teammate, and he has been brilliant, hasn't he? He has been so quick. Then Ghost is emphasized, and that's we are now just losing some late drivers later on in this race as well. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed there. As now then, as a German now is into the pits, there comes, that's Gordo, I think, there on the soft tires. Gordo is, and of course he was also battling high up in the fringes of the points as well, but unfortunately dropping down the order, and which is a shame, which was a big shame now, wasn't it, for Gordo? I think that he came a bit too close with Renault, didn't he? But German there is on his things last lap, so I'm just enjoying these laps then with the the championship leader. And then we're on board Mike then, and he's now on the fringe of the points well then. And this is a pivotal moment then in the Constructors Championship, of course, as no one wants to have the wooden spoon, do they? At the moment, there's Williams and McLaren at the bottom of the Constructors then, and this is going to get, this is going to be very important indeed. But Mike is on soft tires, Baz is on the medium tires, and Mike then, of course, I think that this is going to be important then for the Williams team as he comes out of the final turn then. Baz is going to have a sinking feeling. I think their car is up to 9th position there. I can't say how great he's been tonight. He's been fantastic, hasn't he? Mike, though, look at this. He's gaining on lap 35 out 36. He has about a 3-second deficit between himself and Carr. Maybe Williams get an extra point as well. This is all crucial. Mike, as he said in qualifying then, of course, he was taking it seriously, wasn't it, for the Williams team? And indeed he has said as well. He is now just about 3 seconds, well, 2.5 seconds on it. So Mike is now hunting down Carr in the battle for 9th and 10th minutes as well then. So Mike there could potentially get some points out for the Williams team. Good stuff indeed. And he hasn't got any penalties either, Mike hasn't. He's the only man in the field that doesn't have penalties. So that is a brilliant display here from Mike tonight. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed then. Oh, amazing then. And I'm going to be keeping on that because I think that potentially could propel Williams up a few more positions, isn't it? We're watching German at the moment as he is on the final tour of the Mexican Grand Prix. As Carter is actually really close to the back of Woodset, and I was going to enjoy German's final couple of tours as he is dropping back slightly to his teammate. I think that is the Haas and probably send them for a formation finish then, as they are going to get the Constructors World Championship at the end of this race as well. German is also going to extend this in the driver's standings as well. Of course, there's a lot of penalties out there which we need to also focus on as well. Carr probably needs to make this a move stick either into turn 1 or into turn 4 as quickly as possible. He's coming up front underneath the rear wheel of Woods. Woods is back. Oh, look at that, locking up the both fronts there. But Carr, amazing drive there from Carr, and I think he's up to a position now as well. And yeah, brilliant stuff indeed there. But here is German then coming out of the final turn then, and German wins the Mexican Grand Prix. Brilliant stuff indeed. Liam, yeah, is going to be second. And it's a Haas 1-2. And not only that, Rembo's been disqualified. And not only that, they are the World Constructors Champions of bronze. Look at that formation flying indeed then. Oh, amazing stuff there. German there wins the race. Liam, yeah, second. Another Haas race win this season then. I think that does take Haas up into... that's 9 race wins there for Haas, the Constructors. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then. And what an amazing performance. And they are the Constructors World Champions then for Silver's well. Good stuff indeed. That German there is going to be loving that there. And of course, he's also extended his lead in the driver standings as well. New Potato is out of the championship running now as he only scored at 12 points then. And... only scored at 12 points. Well, Rembo's been disqualified late on in this race, unfortunately. So I'm not sure what happened with Rembo. Just as Ayrton's just come through to finish in 12th position now, and just taking a look as unfortunately we got to Liam now just dropping back then. As that would have been a lovely picture, wouldn't it? But there is German. I think that's his best performance of his career in ALR. That was amazing stuff from the championship leader, and absolutely fine stuff indeed. The championship is Murphy gets driver of the day then, but I would argue that maybe Murphy definitely deserves that because he started 8th on the grid, came through to finish 5th on a very sensible strategy indeed then. But Carr, I think, also gets started there as well. Look at German, he is loving life there, and why shouldn't he now? He is on the podium. Haas 1-2, Haas are the World Champions of Silver. Well done indeed then. And I think that shot is going to be replayed over and over again, isn't it? And why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Brilliant stuff indeed then. As that was an absolutely fine racing performance indeed, wasn't it? From both the Haas drivers. Absolutely stellar stuff indeed then. Right then, let's take a final look at the classification then for the Mexican Grand Prix then. German gets the fastest lap as well as the race win then. Liam completes the Haas 1-2. Haas are the World Constructors Champions. Amazing stuff. But Troy in 3rd position there. A great performance out from Troy. And once again on the podium as well. I think that's the second podium in a row, if I'm not very much mistaken there for Troy. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed there. Really good stuff. And that's his 3rd podium in his career. New Potato in 4th, and he's officially out of the championship. Murphy in 5th position, driver of the day. 6th position was Sirius Mushroom there. 7th was Exile. Mike in a good 8th position. That has elevated Williams out of the bottom. Woods in 9th position. Cartboy in 10th position. He was my driver today. He was fantastic. 11th position was Baz there. 12th position was Ayrton. 13th Gordo and 14th Gooner. Retirements was Ghost and Torma Rosso. We had disqualifications though for Rembo, and I thought we had disqualification for Torma Rosso as well, but I must be lying there. But Rembo unfortunately gets a disqualification. That's the second disqualification of the season in ALR, because someone had a disqualification in gold, didn't they? But as we're now just going to interview the drivers, but before we do, I've got to quickly make sure that my audio is correct, because otherwise you won't be able to hear them. 1 second. Oh, look at that, then. I'm a professional. Brilliant stuff indeed, then. Let's come to German first, shall we? German, this is a good result for you to say. I was actually saying in the commentary that this is your best performance of your career. This is your 7th Grand Prix win of the season as well. Would you agree that was your best drive of your career?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I'm quite happy to win the Constructors, wrap it up early. But yeah, Liam didn't make it too difficult overtaking, which helped a lot. But I felt like I had really good pace today, and I'm really happy to win from 9th, so yeah.
That was mega. Your start was absolutely mega. The first opening couple of laps there, you were just picking them off left, right, and centre there. Was those soft tyres a major help then, or did you just feel at one with the car today?
Yeah, a bit of both really. I was going to start on the mediums, and I thought if I'm starting far back, I want to make light work of him really quickly. So I picked the softs and got ahead really quick, and really didn't look back, to be honest.
I think Haas, as we just mentioned, I think that's their 9th Grand Prix win season. You guys have been absolutely magnificent. They're probably one of the best teams in the ALR history. You and Liam have really been absolutely magnificent in the Haas team. How good is it to have Liam as a teammate?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed being teammates with Liam. More than I ever really thought. We've done really well together.
Really good stuff. And going on to Brazil, then that's when are you going to be aiming to wrap up the championship at Brazil then in a week's time?
Yeah, I'm just going to play it safe, collect the points I need to instead of making any mistakes, and just better safe than sorry.
Brilliant stuff indeed then, and that was a magnificent performance today from you, German. Absolutely, I've got to say, it looked so easy from up where I was sitting, but I bet you it was anything but then. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Let's come to Liam in second then. Liam, I think it was a good drive to second today then. As German said, it didn't make it too hard to get past you there. Was that more for team orders?
Yeah, I could tell he was way faster. He was just eating away at my lead, so I thought there's no need to hold him up. Literally, as I moved across as well, I saw that Potato had just overtaken into P3 as well, so there's no need to kind of wreck both of our races, so worked out well.
And I'll say that you and German there have been absolutely brilliant together then. And Haas Constructors Champions, how does that feel there? I think that the Haas Renaissance has definitely coincided since you became a full-time driver back at the British Grand Prix for them. And you've been in the points every single race for Haas apart from United States. It's really impressive.
Yeah, I said to German that we were, I was going to try my best to make sure that we won the Constructors, and I said that I was going to try and help him win the Drivers as well, because I knew that I didn't stand a chance joining so late, so part one of the job is done. On to Brazil to try and help out with the next bit.
Well, really good stuff indeed, and I think you'll be climbing up the championship as well then, because you've hit over 100 points now in only 9 races, so I've got to say that's a really good return there. Well done, Liam, absolutely fantastic stuff today. And let's come to the man who finished third today, which was Troy in the Mercedes as well. Troy, this is the third time you're speaking to me now. I'm thinking you're going to get fed up with me in the in the last couple of races then, but on the podium once again then, I've got to say you've had a bit of a renaissance as of late there for the Mercedes team, in another third position, 2 in a row.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that, but yeah, I'm just focusing on getting as many points as possible for the team, because I have nothing to fight for at the moment, personally, except for the team, constructors-wise. Yeah, I'm just focusing to get Mercedes to second place. I guess it's a close battle for second, so that's about it.
It's quite refreshing to hear a driver say that about the Constructors Championship. They're usually more concerned about the stuff, more concerned about themselves. Then, but that's brilliant stuff, Ben. And in terms of next season, then of course we spoke briefly about next season. Then, so is this more building blocks then for next season? Maybe going for the title.
I want to challenge and compete in the top as much as possible. I don't know if people who have the same pace as German at the moment, if there will be a couple of them guys for next season, it's going to be pretty difficult to challenge for the title. But I want to be I want to be consistent and keep fighting for podiums, or maybe eventually race wins in the future.
Brilliant stuff indeed. Thanks for that, Troy. And that's all we've got time for here tonight in a Silver. Of course, apologies, we're running a bit late then as we had some technical gremlins. Of course, this Facebook stream will be uploaded to YouTube pronto as we get our technical departments on that. And we are back in, a day's time actually, because Bronze is going to round off our trip to Mexico. So it's going to get very interesting. Can Velocity clinch the Drivers' Championship? Williams have done the job then. Can Velocity do the same then? See you tomorrow night, 7:30 UK time. Goodbye.